Man, this is lifestyles of the poor and unfucking fortunate. But I tell you what, but bitch, we got views.
Honestly, but it's I Got Some Shit to Say, the podcast. We're back like we don't stop because we never do. Y'all know me.
Fuck you, Squint.
That's right. R.I.P. Whizzle Fizzle forever and
Whizzle
always.
Fizzle.
With me tonight, back again, 2 consecutive episodes. Golly, you deserve a round of applause for that.
Lex TopDollar.com.
That guy. And back in the corner, we're surrounded by royalty tonight, guys.
Absolutely.
None other than JoeRilla himself is finally on the fucking podcast. Let me give him a round of applause. Joe, that is for you. Sincerely. I know it's not nearly enough.
That's it.
That's not nearly enough. I know.
JoeRilla.com.
Ooh. Stamp. Time stamp.
I
Joe.
couldn't hear myself.
Joe,
Yeah.
I'll make sure you get that.
I will take it.
Right? That was shout out to Don because he drives his own boat over here. I love that shit. Once I told him where his headphones were, now he just does his own thing.
You need a female to say it all sexy like.
Yeah, that's the one I have at the house.
Oh, okay.
But I like the one where the singing voice.
Oh, you want me to sing it to you? You want me boys to men on you?
Do you remember?
Golly.
No, what's the one to get back?
Bitch, I could get back. That one.
Yeah,
yeah.
That was my Lex
Top
TopDollar
the
impression.
depends on.
I actually still got them.
That's what I want. I want that one.
Yeah.
Damn it, Lex. Give the man what he wants. No. JoeRilla drums.
That's fucked up.
JoeRilla is in the building. JoeRilla. So, the story with JoeRilla and myself goes back to the second episode ever of I Got Some Shit to Say, the podcast.
Wasn't the first?
No, second. You happened right after the John Kilmer episode that I shot, right? Which I recently re-released, and it's up on my new YouTube channel.
I watched
615.
it. Did you? One of those views.
I'm awesome. We put it up initially, and then we took it down. Now it's on a whole new channel, etc. But I haven't put yours up yet. So if you look for yours now, you can't find it. You can listen to it on our audio platform, but you can't watch it. We took it down because after your episode, we took 6 months and then relaunched the show, and that's when I introduced the rest of the guys to the show. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we're at now.
I can dig it.
Right? But that was almost a year ago. It was probably right at a year ago. Now, Joe, we are at yourself. You are on episode 86 of I Got Some Shit to Say, the podcast.
I could do 86.
Cool. Did I think that within a year you would finally make your way here? Because when me and Joe did our video, the one we did it via Zoom.
COVID.
Right? It was right during the pandemic. And Joe was posted up at the crib and I was here, and it was long as fuck. We did like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. It was long.
It was terrible.
And it was nothing. But that's the type of relationship I've had with JoeRilla, to where me and Joe just talk, man. That is a fucking we've swung for JoeRilla here on this show. Joe, I guarantee you your name has came up more times than episodes we have.
Yeah.
That's 86. I'll throw that number out there. I guarantee you your name has been said on this show more than 86 times. How does that make you feel? Because every time we say your name, we're talking fucking shit. Talking mad shit, bro.
That's a lot. I appreciate that. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Yeah, and it's all
How does
love.
it feel to be important?
You are important, Joe.
It feels pretty good.
Pretty cool, right?
Pretty
Right?
damn good.
So,
am I important?
you are. Anybody that knows JoeRilla's name from, Middle Tennessee, surrounding areas, whatever, if you've ever came across JoeRilla or seen anything he's involved with, I guarantee you know exactly who the gentleman is now, no matter when that was. Like, you're that type of person. Like, when people come across you, they meet you. Anyone that's met JoeRilla stamps, like, immediately. JoeRilla, that's my guy. Hell yeah, JoeRilla's that dude.
Never anything negative.
That's
Never.
so sweet.
Yeah. Right?
No, nobody's negative.
You literally, though, possess that type of character. Applause to you.
I have no haters.
Right? That's a rare and today's format. But
I want some. Y'all got haters.
just hang out with us more, and you'll get plenty.
Oh, we did that back in
Right?
Nashville days.
Right. Back when Nashville days. So that was my introduction to JoeRilla, is back when we were just show heavy, working real hard and building a brand and show and prove entertainment. We were all rappers at the time.
Yup.
And JoeRilla was a face we were introduced with, and JoeRilla was the guy that had a camera in his hand before anybody. At least the guy walking around the club with the big bright fucking light on the, like, he was that guy.
I remember those lights.
Yeah.
Those
Bruh.
lights were so bright.
Right?
Yeah.
So bright. But
so bright.
They did the job.
they did the job. And Joe got some of the most Dopest footage ever. So JoeRilla literally right now probably possesses some of the most dopest unreleased footage of some of your favorite past, present rappers Nashville has ever seen.
Yeah, absolutely.
We had it. It was a time. Definitely.
Even with our boy Whizzle Fizzle.
Oh yeah.
Like Joe probably has footage of Worm that we've never seen.
Oh,
Possibly.
yeah. We shot
Empty Dreams, right?
Empty Dreams. We
Right.
shot that one.
There has to be B footage of that somewhere.
There's plenty of B footage of that.
I remember a photo shoot that we shot. Joe shot for Show and Prove Entertainment,
Is
and
it-
we were like at
Antioch. Park.
Antioch, yes, bruh, and we were deep. There was like 7 or 8 of us. Show and Prove out that day. Worm was with us. O.N.E was there. Plague, myself, Chad. There was a bunch of us, but he shot a photo shoot for us that day. So I know there's photos somewhere
There are.
that we've never seen. Joe is the gatekeeper.
The Fat Boy Swag, Volume 2.
One of my favorite Chad Arms albums.
I shot that cover.
Dope. Love that cover. And then Delano did the art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was part of the UNC. The Big Sal story.
Yeah.
I designed that.
Dope.
I did that.
JoeRilla worked with Jelly a lot back then. Do you still talk to Jelly?
I haven't talked to Jelly in a while.
We need to make that happen. He's a superstar now, so it's kind of our conversations
He
are
may or may not return your call or text.
right, but he always does. Like literally, like through the week, I could probably text Jelly 5-6 times. But that's how, and we talked about it back on episode 14 of this podcast when he came through.
I remember that.
I just check in with him when I see, instead of commenting on Jelly shit, I literally will text him my thought about what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
And he may or may not respond, but 4 or 5 in, 6, 7 in, he'll respond over the course of like a week or so. He'll check right back in with me. That's just how it is. And it kind of seems like it spaces out a little more nowadays, but
Oh, 100%.
that's understandable. But he recently told me that, he's had aspirations to come here first week of June. Fun fact. But that didn't happen, obviously. He was supposed to be here Friday. Or I had aspirations to get him here Friday, but then he was sick. And that's proven. He was all over social media talking about how sick he was. But he's out of town for 2 weeks, and he's home for 2 weeks. So we'll try to get him over here then. But I know he would hug you real tight if he saw you, Joe.
Yeah, he does. Too tight.
Right? For real. But back when, man, like JoeRilla was one of my personal first guys that ever tried to tell us we could make money doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? JoeRilla was the guy that was like, look, guys, you guys are building something here, but you need to do this or you need to do that, or what y'all should do is this. Like, he's always been a voice of direction about how to steer a brand or product,
Thank you. That's so sweet.
right?
They're so sweet.
But it is what it is, bro. Like I don't even know. Like I gave you flowers recently when I was throwing them your way, talking about your influence to me with this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Joe, are you still doing Flock with us? I know you ain't posted one in a while.
Yeah, I ain't posted one in a while.
But Joe has a dope ass podcast podcast first called Flock with Us, right? And Joe is really, really, really involved with the brand Staple, and it's no secret he's a huge fan of Jeff Staple and his whole brand, and he has been for a number of years. I can't word it right when I talk like this, but what Staple means to him is really big, right? So he has a podcast called Flock with Us, and he's had how many episodes, Joe? 6, 8?
I think we did like 6 in the bank. It started out as a blog,
Right? That
Yeah.
makes sense.
and then I turned it into a podcast where it just
And Joe is ahead of the curve.
yeah.
There's
People
5
that,
million
cross my
podcasts
path, yeah.
now. 5 million,
There are a lot.
Golly.
right? That's crazy. 5 million podcasts, right? And Joe was probably in right around 1 million. Probably.
Yeah, and Jelly came and did it. He made me call him and come over. And do
Yeah. A great episode
Yeah.
too.
And we never got around to struggle.
Yeah, I totally get it.
He
But
was angry.
y'all tap in. I'll try to get Chad to throw the.
He was like, "You didn't have me on it," and I said, "I didn't know you wanted to be on it." And then
I'll
that
try
was
to get Chad to put. Those are still available to watch, right?
Yeah.
Great. So I'll get Chad to the. Lex is thirsty. Shout out Fireball. Fireball with friends. Still coming soon. I don't care what he says.
And Joe's got to edit it.
Yeah, Joe. We're getting Joe off camera. Fun fact.
Why can't I be on it?
You can't.
I can't. He don't
If
want
you
me
edit
on it.
the episode.
Oh, hell yeah! Cheers.
But he said that like we left him out or something.
You did.
Right.
I don't drink.
I don't even know where I was at.
That ain't fair.
Where was I at? I was throwing you flowers, Joe. Oh, the inspiration you have provided me with this podcast based off when Joe started Flock with us. When Joe started Flock with us, I was plotting on I got some shit to say. Like I said about the podcast, it was manifestation at its finest. I didn't have none of this shit. I didn't have nothing. I just had a name and a vision. But with Joe's help, I got it off the ground gradually.
I did that?
Absolutely.
He was talking about it last night, how you was like encouraged.
Heavy
Just
influence
do the
early
shit,
on.
Man. Just do it.
Yeah. Heavy on early.
Well, back in 2009, 2010, I got Lex's number and I texted him and I said, yo, I got to interview you. And he was like, oh, for sure, man, for sure.
When was this?
2009 or 2010.
And then you mentioned it again at the
art show?
at JD
Yeah.
thing, RIP.
RP JD.
I'm still down.
I've been waiting. I've been trying to do
like,
your interview and sit down for
You let me know where to
a
go.
long time.
Y'all need to make it happen just so we can get Flock with us back out the coop because it's that shit.
Oh, that was dope. That was like nice
Bro.
how you worded that.
That was nice.
Thanks, guys. I'm pretty good at what I'm doing right
He's
now.
slick a rapper.
No. I host this show now, you know. But anyway, Flock with us. The way Joe structured Flock with us, and if you know JoeRilla, you know JoeRilla. But to see if you've never been involved with him or seen him move, and you turn on an episode of Flock with us, Flock he handles that shit very well. But the way it's set up, the look of it, and the way that he has actuators on his cameras that pan back and forth, a lot of editing and shit. But Joe has always been that guy. Like, so back when. Y'all have no idea. Like, Empty Dreams. We just talked about Empty Dreams with Worm. JoeRilla shot and edited that. Like, he directed that video.
That's a minute ago, too.
Fucking said.
When was that?
Speaking of,
Go.
how many millions of views did that have before it got took down?
Don't lean out the frame. Let's get back in there.
4.6 million views.
Wow.
4.5 million views.
Fun fucking fact.
Before the fucking dickhead tried to claim rights on it.
On the beat, right?
Yep. Sure.
So y'all know. But that gives y'all a timestamp basically of how long JoeRilla has been involved with Nashville hip hop. Just a little bit. Now that's
Shout out to 50 Cent.
right. Shout out to just a little bit. What? Shout out 50 Cent. That's a great record. I'm with you, Don. You know me and welcome to the show, Joe.
Wow. I'm
Yeah.
so lost.
Random shout outs
That's
and
awesome.
we'll spiral down different ways. You got to keep me on the right path.
I always see it online or listen to it.
Yeah.
What is it? What do you say? When you shout someone out? Shout out?
Just random shout outs.
Yeah.
Like we just do random shout outs to
But
everything.
I missed that one. I didn't-
Me, Lex, and Chad are fucking.
Shout out Kings.
We need some sort of award or something
I
for
like
this,
that.
right? But see, now I've lost my train of thought. That's the ADHD that I have. I can't.
Shout out to Adderall.
Yeah, for sure. But I can't remember what we were talking about at all.
Yeah,
Do I have that effect? Because we did that like 8 times
You
when we
mentioned-
did the
hey.
first.
Oh, that's a deceiving trait I own. Like I clearly have ADHD. I can't focus on anything. I talk 100 miles an hour, and if you get me off course, bro, I'm gonna forget what the
It's
fuck we're
over
saying.
with.
It's over.
It's over with.
So now what are we talking about, guys?
I was going to ask you, so you did the Big Sal art, right?
Yeah, I did do
Do
that.
you,
okay.
Do you still have a...
I'm back.
Do you still have the files for the front and the back?
I do. I did it on Microsoft Paint.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh.
And here's
Fun
here's
fact.
why I got to do it. This was I think we ran out of money, and the only way we could get it done
Is in-house.
was if I did it.
Yeah.
So I said, "Let me do it," and I asked JoeRilla if I could do it, and I asked EMAC if I could do it, and they were like,
Shout
"Can
out.
you?" And I said, "Hell yeah, I can do it."
Shout out
And,
EMAC.
Yeah, and then I did it. So it was a picture of Jelly Roll, and I blacked his body out, and
Silhouette
left his
type shit.
tattoos.
Yeah, Big Sal story.
Yeah, I
Google
did
that.
all the promo for that. The whole
So,
theatrical look.
That's what we were talking about.
can you send me the back art? I don't have the back art.
Yeah, I got.
And
the-
you're on that, right?
Yeah.
Lex, are you on that record?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? That's for Lex's fucking museum. He has it.
Yeah,
Home.
maybe
He has a
about
museum.
6 months ago, I ran into High Def.
Shout out High Def.
There it goes. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. But High Def's the homie. He
Yeah.
needs to pull up for sure. He's been through here once, but it was to shoot some shit. We did like your. Yeah. I want to see that.
Steven, yeah, that
I
guy's
know,
cool.
right?
I like that kid.
Great guy.
Super talented.
Every time I talk to him now, he just tries to get me in the gym.
Does he just all the gym? Yeah.
Yeah,
Goddamn
dude,
swole.
Def's getting swole, bro.
Yeah.
Like real talk. And
So I pulled up on him and we went to the office, Jelly's office out there in Music Row.
it's no longer there.
The old office over that was on Music Row.
Dope. I hate that it's not there. That was the
weird.
spot.
Anyway, he goes, I was telling him about the story. I did the Big Sal. He was like, you did? He's like, you want a copy of it? And I said, I guess. And he goes, we got a whole bunch in the back. And he
Who
brings
said that?
I need that. You should have got one for me.
Yeah, they got they had a whole box of them on the old office.
Yeah, right.
That was on Music
Right.
Row.
It's crazy. But last time I went, they hit me with the sticker packs. They're like, you got any sticker packs? I'm like, no, but I need them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bless the wall back there and like under here.
Right.
But it's weird. That whole thing is weird, man.
Yeah.
Like when we talk about Jelly, because I know you for sure have been in vans with Jelly Roll going from a city to a city.
Shout out to skateboards.
For sure. Shout out big skateboards.
no, thank you.
Shout out to that movie. What's the movie called that had Christian Slater in it and he's a skateboarder?
He got a gluten allergy.
What happened? A glute. What? Sounds like gout. What?
He keeps offering me Airheads, and I told him I can't.
He said he's got a gluten allergy. I said, what'd you do before they came up with the word gluten?
Yeah, well, you just try to figure it out, and then once they introduce you to gluten, that solved the riddle.
It just happened like 10 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you eat?
I developed a allergy to gluten. We figured out it was gluten.
You developed.
Developed.
Yeah.
Good word.
That's cool. Shout out to pictures. Hey.
Yeah.
So, can you eat pot gummies?
What is no?
Weed.
No, I don't do weed.
Weed. Fun fact.
Shout out to JoeRilla because he doesn't drink alcohol
And never has ever.
or weed.
Never had a drink of alcohol.
Never
Not a drug.
consumed
I don't know.
alcohol.
I
Have
don't
you
know
ever
what
done drugs?
I've done drugs. Yeah.
You have.
You have.
I smoked a little in high
Smoked
school.
a little pot.
I smoked.
Oh,
Dope.
In Spring Hill. That's where I'm from. Spring Hill.
Hell yeah! Shout out Spring Hill.
Yeah, I invented the
Shout
potheads
out
there.
to country people.
Not
Yeah, for sure.
Not Springfield.
No, Spring Hill. That's
Spring-
out there. That's past
Shout-
Columbia.
Shout out to
Right.
rich people.
JoeRilla is. Fun fact. Let's talk about one. Before Joe got here, I was telling
I got you. Don't worry about it.
right. I was telling
Damn.
Lex about our previous podcast, and in the back of this is I'm just staring down a lane.
in the back.
In the back of the podcast, though, Joe was sitting at.
Cool
He had a
stuff.
computer screen right behind him,
Yeah,
and he was.
yeah.
Joe's cool enough to where he put the podcast logo, mine, up on his screen behind him.
Oh, just like the thing.
Right, and this whole background, like we got the diamond and the cool little shit, and Lex's light over there. Like our background's cool, but we're in a little corner of a room. But the way Joe's setup was, Don, the back of him is like he looks like he's in a shoe museum, right? Right,
Well,
amazing setup. When Joe got here tonight, we were talking about shoes, and just off camera, and I asked Joe. I said, Joe is a true sneakerhead to Don. I said that. I said, how many pairs of shoes you got? Not to put you out there like that, but we'll say
probably 50.
right. You have 50 pairs of shoes.
I'll say 50.
That's a lot. If you have 50, I have 4. Put it like that, right? Let's just say though, when I threw the initial number of how many shoes Joe
so
had,
what do you got? 300 or 400?
Don't say that.
I'll say that.
Don't say that.
Joe
Let's just
said-
say that my number was a fraction of what
He
the
said
actual.
more like 15.
Oof, he said it, not me. But think about that.
And half of them's in the tens of thousands of dollars
right, because
value range.
right, that has to be a fact because literally, Joe, like I said about Staple, I was watching this shit, Joe. I swear to God, I thought JoeRilla had a $60,000 pair of shoes,
Not yet.
but you're gonna have them, right?
If he gives them to me.
Joe is the smartest character I probably know on this planet. Like that, I have a personal relationship that's not like family or something like that. Like I can ask Joe pretty much about anything in this world and him have some general knowledge about it. Ain't that fucking wild? I remember when
Smart fella.
Bitcoin came out, crypto,
Shout out to
NFTs.
Tales from the
He
Crypt.
said when it came out.
Well, when I don't know, Joe. You are a different type of character, man. You really are, and I don't want to miss the opportunity having you here after 86 episodes of something that you have no knowledge of. Even you have no idea how much of an influence you had behind this show, even beginning, let alone continuing for 86 episodes.
I appreciate
I hate that it took 86 episodes to get you here, but you
What?
live in Spring Hill, Tennessee,
I've been busy.
and you've been busy, right? I get it. But I don't want to miss the opportunity to have you
Busy,
here.
man. I got time for your little shit. You know what I mean?
But I can talk to Joe anytime I want. He's a
wanna
phone
be-
call away.
I wanted to be on it, so
I already know. But
but I thought I did the second one and then I was done. I didn't know you were gonna take it down and do it all cooler.
well, a lot's changed, Joe.
A little more better.
I mean, last time me and you talked on Zoom for almost 3 hours. This time you're at my house. I painted the wall for you. There's a few lights, and my friend Don is joining us.
Yeah, I came here.
And it looks a little better.
I came here just for you, by the way.
I appreciate that.
He was here.
He called me last week. He was like, "Hey, so Joe's coming.
But fun fact,
I really want you to be here."
there's probably multiple episodes where Don said, when Joe comes, I got to be here.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Same
Yeah,
with Five.
that's true.
Same
I
thing.
appreciate that.
But Five's got events going on this weekend. Like, fun fact.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Otherwise-
he was a part of this.
Yeah. Yeah, he is when he can, but he's been really fucking busy with a nonprofit that he started right around the time we started the show, and it's incorporated a lot of his time, so it's been hard to get him here.
Yeah.
But that's a different discussion. But shout out 5-3. That's my guy. Real quick before we move any further.
That guy's cool.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and he loves you to death, man, for sure. Shout out to me and Don's matching T-shirts. I have to mention these real quick. Shout out ChadArmesTV.com. Y'all be sure to hit the website. We got some merch available now. There's 2 or 3 different colorway shirts.
What is that, velvet?
What is that, velvet? It's beautiful.
I'll sell you mine. It's got a little of my sweat on it.
Right.
I sell it for
The-
$150.
The thing about me and Don's blue colorways that we have on, we just got them from Chad Arms himself, but these are not available currently. They were pre-order only. And if you didn't get one, you kind of missed that boat. But they may be available in the future. I don't know what Chad's decided on that yet. But at ChadArmesTV.com, there are a few colorways available. We have trucker hats available as well. And right now, we have the dedicated pre-order bundles that are available, only 100, and they are almost gone. Album comes out July 15th. If you tap in now, you get 2 bonus tracks, some stickers.
2?
Some stickers, an extra CD, just like from the previous CDs Chad has. You get a lighter, some stickers, and the CD's numbered and autographed to 100. So
He's got his John Hancock on there.
What
So does-
year is this?
right, and
Exactly.
it's a pre-order bundle. You know what I'm saying?
This-
We're only doing 100, but
Oh.
it's and we did them like old school record sleeve.
Wait, you have CDs?
Yes,
Actual CDs?
Actual
Yes.
CDs.
Do you have a CD
So
player
that's-
in your car?
I do.
So that means they're going to have to go buy CD players.
If they don't own one, yes. But I have a 2017 car model. It's nothing special, but at the same time, it does have a CD player in it.
It does. I'm
Do you have a
just
CD
fucking with
player?
you. Yeah.
Fun fact.
Oh, no.
You
Not
don't?
In that truck? No, absolutely not.
Are you sad about it?
But it's
Yeah.
available on digital, right?
Yes, absolutely. It'll be
it's
it'll be
on-
available digital everywhere July 15th. And there's a new video coming out July
Shout out
12th.
to Digital Underground.
Shout out Digital Underground. The ones
R.I.P. Pac.
why
I missed. Wait, what?
why would we shout out Digital Underground?
Yeah.
Because
Digital.
we said something about digital.
Oh,
So
See how
he
it
went
spins off?
he went firework out towards Digital Underground, and you said why, and I stopped you there because they're responsible for Tupac Shakur.
Right. Exactly. That's why I said.
I'm not a fan of Tupac, really.
Get out.
I appreciate it.
Get
I
out.
Appreciate.
Neither is
It's
B.
over.
Howard.
Let me just.
It's
tell you,
over.
Look, when I said something about
You finish it, Don. I'm out of here.
I said something about Tupac to B. Howard. He's
He's-
like, I just don't get it.
He's not that.
Enemies.
He's not bad. He's not
Tennessee.
bad. It's
He
just
said-
not for
he's-
me.
Yeah.
That's cool. Who is for you?
Not. Also not Master P.
Dude, you're in the corner right now, Joe. Like, I'll come over to this fucking table.
As an artist or a businessman.
All Lex has to do is turn around.
Huh?
As an artist or a businessman.
It's hot as fuck out here today, guys.
I don't know. I'm just not a fan of any of that.
What are you a
I-
fan of, Joe?
I do like it though. Jedi mind tricks.
Shout out to Peter Griffin.
Shout out Luke Skywalker.
No, Vinny Paz.
Shout out to my cousin
Unfamiliar.
Benny.
I have to tap in.
Really?
Shout out to Penny Loafers.
Oh wow. He's a Philadelphia rapper.
I had to tap in. See, up north,
It's
you miss
always
me.
sunny in Philadelphia. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Always. Is it?
You go north with me, bro. New York rappers, that kind of stuff. Not for me.
Really?
Nope. Rarely tap in. I'm not smart enough for one.
E40.
Nope.
Yes.
No Bay Area gets any play in my ride.
You stop that.
Really?
Sorry. It is what it is.
Wow.
Just not a fan of like
Shout out to
their
Alex
lane.
King.
To who?
What?
Okay. Yeah, I'm strictly south, a little bit of West Coast.
Wow.
Sprinkle in a little Chicago.
Sprinkle me, man. Shout
Sprinkle
out to
me.
E40.
Shout out to
I got a really weird taste when it comes to music, and
I wouldn't call it weird. It's yours.
it's become like a private thing. Like I don't even like to discuss music.
Say less.
Yeah, because like when someone says
It's a personal taste. I totally get it, bro.
top 5, who's your top 5?
Top 5 rappers?
Yeah.
Let's do top 3.
Top 2,
Currently, all time.
period, all time.
Chad Arms.
Pac and Chad Arms.
That's saying a lot.
That's yeah, I get it. But then I have an opinion on it, and that's why I like to keep it like private. That's
Mainstream, I got to go currently. It'd be Lil Baby. And then I got to throw Drake in there. Like, that's kind of where my head's at. I love Pac, Drake, and Lil Baby. When I got to pick 3 catalogs to last my life.
You hush.
Sorry.
Name one of yours.
He
One
just
of my
did.
what?
He said somebody.
One of your tops.
Vinny Pez.
Vinny Pez. That's what he said a
Other
moment
than
ago.
Vinny.
Let me write that down.
He said other than Vinny. Please write it down. Vinny with an I-E. Not Vinny Pez the boxer. That's with a Y.
The last thing I wrote down, Joe, see, I write down things that are important. The last thing that I wrote down, it says, if Lex says let's go shopping, that means money don't matter. Just come on. That's what I wrote down last.
Oh, shit. That was... Yeah, we did.
I have to write down things that are very important that I need to remember and I can't forget. And when we talked to JoeRilla, sorry I'm off mic right now, but when we talked to JoeRilla about his favorite catalogs of music, etc., and he mentions an artist that I'm unfamiliar with,
I can't believe it.
I need to tap the fuck in. I admit that. I'm sorry.
He's a bit.
Let me ask you
bit
this.
older. Yeah.
Wu-Tang Clan, yes or no?
No. 0 on Wu-Tang.
Tony, did you hear that?
Who?
Did you hear that?
Tony Delano.
Oh, Tony. He's cool. He's cool with that.
Yeah.
I'm sure he don't.
We're just trying to make people dislike you before you leave, I think, is what's happening right now.
I want it.
I'm
He
with it.
wants
He
to
said something
smoke.
about wanting haters. Vinny, Vinny. You don't even know.
I-E.
Diesel.
I-E.
I-E, and then what? Pez?
Paz. P-A-Z.
P-A-Z. Okay. And if you had one CD to start with Vinny Paz, where would I start at?
Any CD.
Don't do that.
Any CD.
No, you have
Let
all.
me- let me
Listen,
send
Joe,
you-
this
let
is
me
how
send
this
you one.
works. Joe, if you had every one of his projects in front of you now,
What's your go-to?
which one are you grabbing first to put in?
Any of them.
Oh, my fucking God. That's not how this works. You can only play one at a time. Which one are you playing first?
I can play them all at once.
Personal favorite.
All at once.
You did it with me last night.
And I got 3 records out of it. I got 3. I
On
said you
what?
got Zero. Zero's his favorite, one of his favorite artists.
Oh, Zero's dope.
Tupac.
Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah.
Zero
He
is
gets it.
dope.
Chad gets it too. Tupac, Zero, and the third one was Too Short. Is Lex's 3 catalogs he chose. Mine was Tupac, Lil Baby, and Drake.
Too Short. Which one? Cocktail.
All of them. No,
Oh.
the whole catalog.
His whole catalog.
I like Too Short.
Nah.
Well, I'm not gonna say his whole catalog. I'm gonna say up until the 2000s.
But you get the whole catalog for the question that we had. Remember, it was like
Yeah.
entire catalog for.
Try Violent by Design.
That's the name of the album?
Yeah. Try
Okay. So now we're at an album. So Joe says that's the one he would go to first.
But this is my personal like.
And that's all we're trying. That's all we're
all
seeking.
personal.
That's all we're seeking. By design.
Locally. What
So-
about locally.
So you just put it. Let's say, look, you just put it. We'll get to local. I'm with that too. You just put in Vinny Paz, Violent by Design.
Okay.
What number are you starting with?
1.
So you only
Let
got
it
5
ride.
minutes before you got to get out of the car. What number are you starting with?
1.
You
1 to
got
0.
a very
1 to 0.
1 to 0.
1 to the end.
Okay.
I'll listen to it the whole way through. And there's only one other album I can listen to the entire way through, and that's UGK.
Top Dollar Philosophy.
UGK. Riding Dirty.
Shout out Top Dollar Philosophy.
Riding Dirty.
Oh, Riding Dirty
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
UGK Riding Dirty. Classic. That's a classic. I'll stay at the Violent by Design by Vinny Paz.
Start with that.
I wish you give me a number
Start with that.
because I
He
now I
did.
have
He
to.
said 1.
Yeah, but that means what if I get to the intro and you miss me? Like I give Vinny Paz that opportunity. I
Mhm.
give him 1 record. I'm not that type of consumer. I'll give you the album. I'll listen to it. But that's the thing with consumers and artists nowadays.
I
Here's
can't-
the-
You
I
get
can-
1 shot with these
You
motherfuckers
will not. You'll like it. You'll appreciate it.
from play. Just hit play on the intro. Let it ride.
Yep.
Okay. You got it.
I
Lex
can't-
gave me
I
3
can't
from 0.
hear it.
First 2, I almost fucking got mad.
So when I walked in today, he said, "Yeah, I'm not feeling the 0 joints."
But the third one, the third one, the name of the record is From the Other Side. It's dope. I could appreciate that one. The
Yeah.
2 before were definitely personal favorites of Don for
Yeah,
sure.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Let me. JD, you remember JD? He used to
Come on,
always
man.
say
Yeah.
he was like one of my favorite artists is J. Cole.
Mhm.
And I was like, cool, right? So just the other night, I was on the phone with Sean P.
Just the other night.
Do you remember Sean P?
Yes, shout out Sean P. That's my guy.
I love Sean P.
Yeah.
Sean P is the dopest rapper on the planet.
Okay.
He says, I said, put me on some new music. He said, well, I just listened to that Kendrick. That wasn't bad. I'm not a fan of Kendrick either.
You're not?
Not at all.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I've heard maybe 2 or 3 songs.
Nothing new, I'm sure. Nothing new.
I haven't
Everything
listened to
new is
that.
garbage.
I haven't listened to the new one.
Yeah,
And
the
he
new
said
one's garbage.
J. Cole, and I was like, I'm not into R&B.
J. Cole's not R&B.
That's what he said. He said, it's not R&B. And I was like, I've never heard it. He said, you've never. And actually, I think he hung up on me. And I had to call him back. He
Shout out JD.
blamed it on Sprint.
So, yeah, for real, fuck Sprint. But J. Cole, how do you feel about J. Cole now?
I still haven't heard it. Put me on to something.
I'm not the one that would put you on J. Cole. But J. Cole is dope.
So I told him to send me something. He never sent me anything.
Yeah, there's only 2 albums, I think. He has the first one went platinum, though, with no promo.
Yeah, never heard him.
He's dope. He
I'm
has
sorry.
longevity,
I'm
for
sorry
sure.
about Master P.
Yeah,
That's all
Lex
right.
hasn't said much since then.
That's all right.
And what was your philosophy?
That's his album.
I've never heard it.
Album of the year, 19.
seen
No,
it.
no,
And
2001.
You
Back-
were in Nashville in 2003. You heard it,
I did.
whether
I've-
you remember or
I've
not.
never heard it.
SEA Album of the Year at the very first SEA Awards. Very first one, Album of the
It
Year,
was-
Philosophy,
It was
Top
one
Dollar
of,
Boys.
It was one of them albums. Like every time you cut on the radio or every car you passed, you heard it.
I
was like, God damn.
I was on a
this?"
different station.
Yeah, there you go.
I seen it, but I did see is that the blue one?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So I used to see it at Italian Collection in Hickory Hollow, and
There you go.
I thought, man, those guys look kind of cool.
Don looks nothing
And they
like
definitely
Don.
shop here.
Don don't even look the same in those, like, for real. Before Don left us for a little while, he looked completely different.
Yeah, I know. I used to see him, and it was like weird.
Completely
I was like,
different person.
Yeah.
Don was grilled out. He had lines in his eyebrows.
I like the lines. You should bring them back.
We should. Let's
Well,
all do it right now. You want
No, to? Too many rappers bit my style. Now I don't want to do it no more.
But he was
Yeah.
grilled out. He was much more fucking meatier. I was too back
He
then,
said I was
dog.
meteor.
Meatier. I had a fucking fat face back when, dude. Like, I noticed that on that 12-year picture that I sent you the other day, Don. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, shout out to Delano. He
Yeah.
shot that photo.
So I would always see the album, the one with the blue cover, and I would see
Right.
it at New Life and at the Hickory Hollow and Rivergate. Every time I seen it somewhere, I was just like, those guys look kind of cool.
Yeah.
And they probably played it in Italian Collection. I just wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You probably heard it. You just didn't know.
Yeah, no, I knew of it though.
You probably walked by Don 28 times in Hickory Mall and just didn't notice him. Don was going back and forth to Gold Valley to see Ike every other fucking day.
Which one's Gold Valley?
The one that everybody went to.
I went to the one in the middle of the mall.
Don't ever say that on this podcast
Is that
again.
the one?
That's something that's not permitted here. Don't ever mention that you ever stopped at one of those again. Joe, do you hear me?
Who was that guy in the middle?
One that you shouldn't be
Hold on,
incorporated.
hold on.
Yeah.
Where?
I'm about to bust Squint's bubble.
Where? What?
So, the one in the middle of the mall that Squints is saying, don't ever say that. Fun fact, Sonny that owns Solitaire,
Used to be in the middle of the mall at Hickory Hollow.
boom, at that mall
Wow.
with Kareem.
Wow.
He what?
Sure did.
Well, there's levels to this shit.
Levels.
And Sonny has obviously achieved the next level because now he has the go-to spot. But we preach do not shop in the middle. That's that middle of the mall type shit. We don't
How
do
come?
that over here.
The dude. I copped the
Don,
piece.
this is you. You got to talk over
I
here.
copped the piece.
Don, help him out.
Like a 3D
Please.
chain back in the day. It was like probably 97, 96, a lot earlier. And it had the globe on it that spun.
The pistol joint.
No, it was just a globe and it spun. It had diamond dust on it.
Oh, it didn't say the world is yours?
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
but it was a
okay,
globe and it spun. And I was like the first one to have that. And then,
Oh, that's dope.
yeah.
That's dope. So, also, fun fact, Squints, they do sell real shit in those little...
I know.
It was real.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They do sell real shit there. They got like a small section where it's the real shit. Squints just automatically thinks everything in the middle of the mall is boo-boo.
That's what Lex tries to teach me. So then when I try to
I'm sure it is.
I try to speak his
now-
message,
now
now
it
I'm
is.
getting shamed for it.
Back
I
in
feel
the-
like everything you taught me just went out the
Shame
window.
on you.
For real, no, you're backpedaling right now.
Back in the 90s.
You do
Yes, you are.
backpedal.
Yes,
RIP
RIP was a fizzle. But you're backpedaling right now. You've told, bruh.
This ain't no middle of the mall.
Look
This ain't
back-
no middle of the
look
mall.
back
Why
then.
would you have a comment like
But
that?
that phrase was made famous by Riff Rap.
Riff.
So
Which phrase?
Shout out Riff Raff. I miss
Y'all are moving too fast.
No,
for
we're
me.
not. Just relax, Joe.
I just want to say shout out and fun fact. That's all I want to say.
That's
Yeah,
it.
shout out. Fun
I keep
fact.
That's it.
missing it. And I want to hit the button.
that's it.
You can hit it.
I don't want to hit it.
Okay.
I was just playing.
Yeah, just keep up, Joe. When we get out of control like that, just let the smoke settle, and we'll reel you back
But
in.
in the 90s, like, those were legit places.
Yeah,
I mean, they're still.
Yeah.
Unless you went to Zales.
Fuck that noise.
man.
If you wanted
Or
to
K
pay.
Jewelers.
Yeah. I had it. It was fresh. It was a heavy chain, too.
Shout out to Cool Daddy Fresh, Street Flavor Records, girl. Let me speak to
Shout out
Sonny.
Street Flavor Records. I know Sonny. I got his phone number. I'll sell it. Shout out Leroy Biggs.
Y'all
Leroy.
don't fuck with fresh?
Cool Daddy Fresh.
Yeah.
I've reached out to get him here.
So Top Dollar's got unreleased music with Cool Daddy Fresh.
Fun fact. Real fun. Oh, I changed it. I can't hit that button.
Somebody's got it on CD. I ain't got it.
I
wish I
got-
did.
Look.
I got.
Yeah, that's probably what it sounds
That's
like
what
now.
I should have used that when we were talking about
I had
right anything that really sucks.
I had Cool Daddy Fresh do a remix to Born the Slang, and we recorded it.
Where's this at?
That's at the house.
What's it worth to you?
It ain't doing the world no good at your house.
That's true.
He's
That's true.
dude. He's a pack rat. He has
That's
a pack,
fresh.
He
That's
has a
fresh,
vault full of shit,
I
bro.
know he does. I know he does.
Do you know how I found out about Fresh?
This is the JoeRilla. Shout out JoeRilla.
Oh,
this
shit.
shot is to JoeRilla. I toast this to JoeRilla.
Oh wait.
One of the smartest individuals I've ever met on this planet.
Love.
Pleasure to
Love.
call him a friend. And
Oh, it's water.
I love Fireball. I love drinking it with Don. But I hate these. While they work, they're just little Band-Aids. I know.
They're the perfect shooter.
It's the perfect amount. I totally agree with you there. But what sucks is this.
How come y'all don't get the big bottle?
We do.
Where do
we
those
did-
come from?
We had the liquor store. You get a log of them.
I
Look,
brought them last night.
How come? Why? Why don't you
they
just
come
drink
like
them?
this,
Oh wow.
right? So and we just put them in the freezer and toss them around. We did we did one episode. We were sitting them like
Toss it
this.
up. RP
Every
Pop.
time we drink it, we just flip them off the table like that.
That's a lie. That's never happened until just now.
Bullshit.
Oh, wow.
It's on footage. It's literally on Fireball with Friends episode.
I've never seen that.
Run it back, Don. But
That's delicious. Is it good? Was
Fireball?
it cinnamon?
Try it.
yeah, it's cinnamon whiskey. No, don't make him
You ever
try it.
had
He doesn't. He's never
hot
drank alcohol
tamales,
ever.
The candy.
There it is, liquid form with
exactly.
alcohol.
Exactly.
That's cool.
It's after you feel a little sexy.
Yeah,
A little bit.
I remember the guys in high school. They used to drink the one with the candy rocks in the bottom.
Aftershock.
No, it had the candy rocks in the bottom. Was it
Aftershock.
I don't know.
Shout out to Pop Rock.
To the Google machine, please. Can you help me, Don?
What do you need?
Aftershock
Is that what it was?
liquor.
Fuck that noise.
Bro, it's the liquor that had crystal rocks at the
Candy.
bottom of
It
it,
was
and
like
you
candy.
could bang them out. You could like break them out of the bottle and eat them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh okay.
When I said bang them out, you
Shout
wanted to
out
say
to
something.
meth.
Yeah, shout out to Meth.
Meth.
Yeah, meth, amphetamines.
Method Man.
No, and him.
Shout out to Wu Tang.
I
Yeah.
don't like Wu Tang.
You don't?
I can't stand Wu Tang.
Shout out our
Shout out to Delano,
Tony Delano
hardest graphic artist.
in the world,
I like Tony.
right? We all
He's
do.
dope.
He was on an episode here. You know
He
what the
wa-
name of the episode is?
He's the one
Sasquatch.
I bought. He's the one I bought JD's Wu Tang table for.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And
Appreciate
when Tony came over, he
Thank
told the story that he left it on his front porch and left.
Oh, you just dropped it off?
No, I went over there. He told me to come through. But when I got there, I don't know if he wasn't home or he was in the shower or something. And I didn't want to be a creeper and just go up in his house. So I let Rain and whoever else was there take it in. And I just rolled out and he came in. He was like, "Come back." I was like, "God damn, I'm already in Mount Juliet again."
Yeah. So I said, Tony, we should hang out and do some work with the Jelly Roll thing. So we were working on the Jelly Roll album.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, come on by. I live in Murfreesboro. I said, no problem. He's like, I said, what time? I said, you want to get up around lunch? You want to do a little after lunch?
He's like, I don't wake up till 4 in the afternoon.
He said, 8 o'clock.
At night?
I said, come over at 8. He goes, I get up at 8. And I ended up going on around 10 and leaving at like 2, 3 in the morning.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
was his schedule. I don't know if it's still like that, but
He was
yeah,
a vampire.
for sure.
He still is. He
Is
still
he?
works the same way. Yep.
Is he? I remember him when they did the Ep.86 stuff.
Right? He's still, man, shout out Tony Delano, man. He did some work for us recently. He did the belt for Chad. But yeah, shout out to that guy. He was on an episode. We called it Sasquatch.
I've seen that.
Yeah, it's a
I
great
liked
one,
it.
man.
It was good.
But
That guy's a great guy. I love
He
him.
is one of the best fucking. How can I say it?
Humans.
Yeah, he's just a great vibe, man.
Mhm.
It's all positive. You know what I mean? He'll, without question, he may just text you and be like, "Hey, bro, just thinking about you and your family, man. Hope all is well. Stay blessed. If you need
he
anything,
says,
give me a call.
peace, love, and blessings.
Yeah, peace, love, and
blessings.
blessings.
That's
He'll send you, Father's Day, that kind of shit. Like, he's
Yeah.
just one of those guys, man. And shout out to Cairo Inc., man. Tony Delano. I love that guy, dude. One of the
dope.
goats.
He's working on me and Chad shit.
Is he?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Fun fact.
That's dope.
So we've sort of scratched the surface with this last night. That's in the previous episode we just shot.
Joe
Crown
heard it.
Apple 2.
Joe heard it, and he said that's the second song he's ever heard of mine.
Yeah.
So we mentioned that Chad and that Lex, and Chad doesn't know we've mentioned this. I talked to him this morning.
So sorry. Lee.
Chad and Lex have a record coming out.
It's like I'm like the most popular, unpopular person ever.
No.
Yeah.
We talked
For
about that
real.
too. Oh, we talked about this on our live, dude. Lex is one of the most popular rappers that the consumers can't get enough of
But yet they've never heard. It's the weirdest shit ever.
because you limit the amount of content you bless us with, bro.
Yeah.
We talked about this. If you wouldn't pump your brakes on 80% of the shit you do,
yeah.
I wouldn't even have got an opportunity to meet the man. Like, he would have been gone already. Like, that's
Yeah.
just how it works. He's that dope.
Yeah. When I first heard, what was that one record he did with Worm?
Get back with.
Bet you I could get back.
I don't think that was the first time I heard you.
Yeah.
You look like you seen a ghost, bitch. I been home.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Fadeaways all day, baby. Jim Jones.
But it was one of my favorites. Not favorites, but one of the favorites that I've heard. I've only heard a couple records.
It was me and Worm.
It was you and Worm. Get back.
Yeah, it had to be Get Back. And that was Jelly, too, though. Jelly was on there, too.
That's right. Jelly was on it.
Yeah, shout out Action. Action. Shout that.
Action.
Yeah, shout out Action.
Action.
Shout out.
Sean.
Yeah.
He showed out.
I would
Yeah.
love to hear more old Lex.
But when we that's what we're leading to, is that we did let JoeRilla hear the new record we've been sort of talking about a little bit, the Lex and Chad record. There's a Chad and Lex record coming out.
I liked it.
It's pretty aggressive, and it's pretty fucking fire.
I've always liked Lex character.
Me too.
Yeah.
I've always
I
liked
appreciate
Lex.
that.
Me
Yeah.
too.
I
Help me, Joe. Help me.
I did like it. Always seeing the posters and the whole
Right.
the swag and the
Right.
the diamonds and the
Right.
shining, and dude always pulled up super
Is
like
it?
fresh.
Lex is what we would call, literally, if you didn't know Lex and you were like industry involved at all,
Yeah.
he is what you would call a marketable product. Literally.
I would
I appreciate
When
that.
it comes to the content of the music, to his like comedic relief type angle he can take nowadays, to his appearance, to his taste and some of the shit y'all see him in riding or wearing, he's what you would call a marketable product. That's what I'm saying. If he would never pumped his brakes on any of the content he creates, as far as music or videos or anything, he would have been gone.
There's definitely
ship.
definitely a market for Lex.
Absolutely. That's why I keep saying, like, the Fireball are friends.
Everybody's telling me I need to take over the country rap scene.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't ever say that again.
I'm not.
I'm just telling you what they tell me.
Are you doing country
No,
rap now?
no, he is
Are
not.
you doing that too?
No, neither
God
is. Hey,
damn.
fun fact:
My fault.
neither is Chad Arms.
I don't want anyone to do it.
Yeah, they can incorporate that shit all they want.
I don't want
If it filters into that genre and that fucking consumer enjoys it,
It's almost like
absolutely, I'm with it.
Here's the thing, though. It's
Here it
almost,
is.
It's almost like
Here's the thing.
yeah. It's almost like if you're a white person,
Yeah.
and you do
You
hip-hop
that's
music,
where you have to go.
they automatically throw you there.
That's not true.
I noticed that. That's
Yeah.
weird.
That is nowadays. That is like
It's strange.
it is. It's categorized. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask. Tell me this. Tell me why they're doing it.
I have no idea. It's just,
I get that. I
it's
get
like
its
it,
root. I get its roots.
yeah.
I get that's where they come from, and I get they're good at it. With the everyone that's doing it here in town, all
So-
the people we know.
So Leroy Biggs is 1/5 of this show. You know what I'm saying?
But he's young.
He is. He is 22 years old. He is what I strongly consider a country rapper. If he
There
was
you
sitting
go.
here right now,
There you go.
he would also agree. He's a country boy from Cheatham County. He's young. He is straight up country before anything else.
I get
But if we were to sign Leroy and we were like, Leroy, look, we love your lyrics, we love your character, but we want you to turn more to the street side opposed to the countryside. Leroy could do that and barely fucking change anything because his character also possesses that. the way he talks, the way he handles himself, the way his bars come out. Like, he has both avenues as far as being a country rapper or a street rapper. But the way he can dribble the ball on both sides of that court is what makes him the newest artist of Street Flavor Records. I totally understand that.
Yeah, I get it.
It's almost like no, never mind. I ain't gonna say that.
I wish you would. I love when we talk like this. I don't think the country rap shit is a negative thing, but to stamp a Caucasian artist out the gate as a country rapper just because they're white, that's silly.
That's weird to me.
Because
Like,
Chad Armes is not a Caucasian rapper.
and he says,
I mean, a
over and
Caucasian,
over again.
a country rapper. He's
What
definitely
is he?
Caucasian.
Is
He's
he not
definitely
white?
Caucasian, but he's not a country rapper.
Wait,
But
hold
he is throwing twangy shit out here with, him and Leroy put an album out together.
But I
Yeah.
thought he was always kind of a country. Like, that was the thing.
What
wasn't it?
no, never.
the twang in his
Twanging. What-
that thing.
That's Hacksaw Jim
That's
Duggan.
just being from Greenbrier,
That's
Tennessee,
him.
bro.
Okay.
That's all that
The
was.
only because I always thought like he's super talented, dude. I
Man.
didn't get his character just didn't match up with his lyrical ability.
Joe, let
There
me
you
tell
go.
you, man.
When he did the fake jewelry and he was doing the belly slap and the jelly beans,
the
or
Fat Boy
whatever
Swag.
yeah, I just didn't.
That was his shit, though.
but I didn't like it.
But that was different.
You didn't like
That was a
it.
I
number
didn't
of
like
years ago. That was 10 years ago.
I would rather listen to his music
than see him perform
And
it.
I've heard his music. Only reason I heard his music, and it wasn't because I'm favoring him and not you, is because I had to do the UMC thing. Right.
Makes sense.
So I liked the music, hated the character.
The image.
Really?
The Mario chain, the fake chain.
The fake chains was definitely a deficit on
belly
Chad's character.
slap.
And he will say that.
He will. He'll openly admit
Yeah,
that.
and it's not a shot. I'm just saying I didn't like it.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
get
I
it.
mean?
Totally get it.
Yeah.
We was doing a diamond tester thing, and he said, I would have ran from that thing 10 years ago.
Yeah, he openly admits it. But that was my thing back then. You never saw me rocking fake jewelry. I had a solid silver dog chain that I wore for years, and it
I
was
remember
heavy
that.
as fuck. But I wore that because every time somebody would ask me about it, I'd say I'm not getting jewelry till it's real. I'm just not. You know what I'm saying? That was like the way I did it.
That's so fun.
But looking back to all that silly shit,
But no, Chad's not a country rapper.
he is not. And I promise y'all, July 15th, Dedicated, the new album from Chad Armes. Pre-orders available now at ChadArmesTV.com. It will prove that even after 27 albums from Chad Armes, in the 15 years I've known him, these next 12 records are the best he's ever put out for the world to hear. I promise y'all.
I hope they really like it.
I hope you really like it. I really do. And
It's not for me.
It's
but
not JoeRilla's
Let me
lane.
tell you the one I really liked of Chad's, and the only one I've liked. I'll say the only one I've ever liked of Chad's was when he did the free worm.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like it was so
fun fact.
heartfelt.
The
Like,
R.I.P.
it
R.I.P.
made-
Keep going. My bad. Keep
No,
going.
go ahead. Do
No,
it.
you said it made you feel what?
He's talking about the free worm back
The free
in the
worm.
day.
Free worm.
The
That's
free
right.
worm.
You talking about 2010-ish.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
Chad
yeah,
did the
yeah.
free worm,
And
Yeah.
then he
little
did the
Bubba looked
remix.
just like his dad. You like
Yeah.
that? I could do that.
I get it.
That one.
I'm-
That was the only. No offense, Chad. Record I liked
That stuck with you.
because it was
Yeah.
so heartfelt, and I didn't know they knew each other that like that. But I was just like,
So if you like that, you probably need to listen to the
R.I.P. whistle
Yeah.
for
which
sure.
I don't think I heard that one.
It's available on the
It's-
new pre-order.
I don't know if I want to hear it.
It's really good.
Why not?
I don't know. I just don't want to ruin that thing. Like it's just such a great record he did, the free worm thing. It didn't make any sense. It didn't make any
It's-
noise. It was just so heartfelt. It was ridiculous.
It's equally as real as that one.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree.
That's crazy. Just like when Worm did the Empty Dreams. Like it
Correct.
was so
Yeah.
heartfelt. It was so like, and usually we didn't appreciate those
No.
Worm characters.
We-
know what
we
I mean?
didn't.
That dude was so wild. Like
Yeah.
if you didn't know him, you really didn't want to get in his path because he would
Correct.
just snap at any
100% accurate.
But when he did Empty Dreams, like you felt it, like they were actually
Right.
bleeding on the microphones.
Yeah.
When people say they bleed on the microphones,
Mhm.
Empty Dreams,
Yeah.
Free Worm, those are the tracks.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Worm definitely was a very intimidating character, especially to someone who. I remember the first day I met him. The first day I ever met Worm, we recorded the song "Sideshow Bob." Literally, the first day
What's that?
we
Sideshow
were
Bob.
the first Sideshow Bob.
Yeah.
It was on my you was Sideshow Bob. I'm the star of the show.
Is
that
that,
was-
is that a song?
Yeah, that's a song.
I've only listened to the one.
Oh wow.
And besides the other ones, you've sent a couple, but the one is the only one I can hear.
Oh okay. Yeah. It's the only
With
song
David
that
Ray.
Gotcha. It's the only song that me and Worm and Chad like did as a song.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's a couple other songs I was featured on with Worm.
Right.
But they were like bigger remixes Chad put together or something like that. But Sideshow Bob is literally like one of the only songs I got to cut with Worm, like in the studio.
Right.
Unfortunately. But it was literally the day I met him. That's crazy as fuck to me.
That's cool.
But R.I.P.
Yeah, but that dude was. Do you remember the show y'all did, Lex, at the what's that place right near the hallway?
The Muse.
This is the Muse. You remember that night?
The front page news show.
Yeah, when you
Paper.
Yeah. Paper rehab.
What happened that night?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, a couple things happened that night.
Shout out Paper. He's been through the show.
Yeah.
Shout out Johnny Cashville. He hasn't been through.
Is it Johnny Cashville?
Rehab is Johnny Cashville.
Rehab, right? Same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That was the night Lex. The first thing that happened that night I thought was funny was Lex lost a $40,000 ring.
No,
shaking somebody's hand on stage.
Like 4.
It was huge.
It was huge.
I have it on video.
That's dope.
I tried to send it.
Did you hear that? Did you hear how that just was said? Have you ever seen that?
I ain't seen the video. No.
That's the type of shit Joe is up to.
He's sitting on it.
He's sitting on it.
Yes.
We should have had this clip, bro.
It's hilarious. I'm sorry you lost it, and
I'm sorry.
There. If someone knocks down the Muse, is it knocked down?
No, it's a Domino's now.
I think it's a domino.
If you look under the floor, you will see a giant,
a very nice ring.
Platinum. Is it platinum?
No, it was
gold. White gold with diamonds.
What do you mean under the floor?
Because he lost it in the club.
Somebody found it.
Somebody found that motherfucker, scooped it up real quick.
They were on stage shaking it, and I'm telling you, like,
we shook it that night.
You wouldn't believe it was shoulder to shoulder. There were chicks in the audience.
That's
flashing.
what happens when I put together a show.
Exactly. You couldn't hear shit because it was so loud. But
I was a part of one with Lex.
Yeah, and I'm filming, and I'm watching it, and you see everybody just kind of go down like that, and I'm like, oh shit, fight. I'm loving it, right? So I'm watching, and they're all just doing this, and then they stop after a while. So I go back and look at the footage, and you see Lex shake some guy's hand, and the guy rips his ring off his hand.
How does that happen,
And
Don?
Lex immediately goes like this, and he's like,
so mid-song, you alert everybody the ring's gone?
Mid-part, I mean,
how does that happen,
the
Don?
stage was full of like 40 people.
Yeah.
How does that happen? How do you lose a ring off your fucking finger?
Bro.
I can't even imagine that.
Who was it? Who took it?
You're married, Joe. You got a wedding ring on? Let me see your finger.
Here's the thing.
I don't wear a ring.
I got you.
When I shook, when we shook or that whatever happened, he didn't pull it off. It literally, when our hands hit, it went.
Really?
And the reason I looked down is because I heard the ding 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 over all the bullshit.
Yeah.
I heard that.
It was
like a pin dropping because you knew it was off your
and
finger.
they looked for it for a little while, and then they just quit.
And said, "Fuck it." We ain't gonna
It
find
was
that
huge.
motherfucker.
It was massive.
Somebody found it for sure.
Of course. Otherwise, you would have. It's too big
The
to just
motherfucker
not
who
be
found
found.
it was probably helping us look for it.
Motherfucker that probably found it left immediately.
See, initially I thought they were trying to steal it from you. I didn't know who was on stage and who did it. I thought they were just like slick trying to pull it off your hand.
I want to say I was there, but I wasn't there until I wasn't there the length it took for
Shout
Top
out to
Dollar.
Jamie LeMay because she did the
See, I was there.
photography.
Money shot?
Yeah, for sure. Money Shot needs to pull up too. I remember being there that night, and I remember it being the show you were involved with, and I remember a few events that happened outside the club.
Worm fighting somebody.
Worm
something.
going off on his gal.
Something.
And then they tried to leave, and the battery is dead in the car.
I remember the MG.
What?
Listen,
Yeah.
tell me if this is accurate. Was MGK currently in town?
No,
Something?
that was at the Yellow Wolf thing.
Was it?
Yeah.
Fat caps.
No. When 3-6 and DJ Paul Yellow Wolf.
I know what you're talking about.
That was over at the Concrete building. Where Concrete and where the studio that Yellow and Buck had a studio over there too. Do you remember that?
Yeah, the
Thank you.
towers.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the towers.
Back
that was
there and,
that's where Concrete originated or like worked out of.
Yeah,
and,
they had an office back there.
I want to say Street Flavor had something. No, it wasn't Street Flavor.
No.
There was a label though too in the same building.
Mhm.
It was Concrete and somebody else. I want to
think
say
that's-
Rolla was recording out of there too. Out of that same space. And I remember that's where I seen struggle the most before he went in. Like
Really?
I always saw him at the towers. Like when I would go over to
You
Concrete.
talking about the Black Fly building?
Yeah, that's it. Black Fly. They were in that building. Same
Over
building.
in
Same building.
Where is that?
Over
East?
there by Rim
East,
Time and
east.
Yes.
shit.
Yeah, like in the middle of
Yeah.
out towards Rivergate area. Yeah.
Where Sonny had the whole floor.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Concrete, Street Flavor, and Blackfly. They
Was
were all
Street
right
Flavor?
there. I think so. Like he said, like Sonny had the damn.
He had the whole building and
Yeah.
everybody
Off
kinda,
Is it off Gallatin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Off
So
Gallatin.
like
Yes, the towers. It was like a big fucking
so
building.
like one section was like Jelly, Strug.
Yep.
There was
and
only
one section was like Rolling on his people.
Right.
And one section was Sonny and one
Yep.
Yeah.
Because that was like the first times I'd ever like came in contact with Struggle was in that building.
Yeah.
I knew of him,
Struggle was
etc.
shaking it.
He was, and
Shaking it.
I don't remember that where they were there. I remember when they were over on Joe Johnson.
I remember like one of the first times I ever went to that building though, and like right when I got off the elevator, I didn't know where to go, and the first person I saw was Struggle, and Struggle was with Brian from Concrete. They were like together, and they were like just talking about something. But I remember Struggle like seeing him. He was like, "Oh, what's up, Squints?" And he like approached me, and I was just like, "Hell yeah, okay, cool, Struggle's here." You know what I mean? But I didn't know where I was going.
Braid Struggle.
Braid Struggle, different Struggle for sure.
I remember Braid.
The
Struggle.
same
Big old
Struggle.
goddamn John Wayne hanging
When
out the back of his
Yeah,
pants.
the same Struggle, but a different Struggle.
When I first met Struggle, I met him over at my partner JD's house. He was out there, and he was
Shout
recording.
out.
Yeah, thank you. He was recording over there, and he had brought the real worm with him. And I've talked about this with Jelly Roll on my podcast of the real worm, the first worm.
There's only one real worm.
That's what I'm saying. But there was a worm before that. If you ask Struggle about it, it was another dude named Worm.
Yeah, he was part of the very first mixtape.
Do
Right?
you remember him? I don't know if you knew
No.
them.
I remember the mixtape cover, and it was like,
You went Halfway House?
yes, on the Halfway House album, he's on the front.
Yeah,
the,
so
the worm guy is.
he's not the real. I meant the first worm.
I'm
there
with
was, There was an original, not original. There was a worm previous.
There's another worm.
Yes.
Previous to our friend Worm.
Yes,
There was another worm, and we always thought that was kind of weird.
It's very weird.
it was before my time.
Yeah,
I remember I knew about. I was familiar with our worm before I even knew about the other one,
really.
and I was familiar with Halfway House. Just
I don't
wasn't
think
familiar
anyone.
with the
I don't
guy.
think anyone really knew. There was just struggles people from the neighborhood,
Correct. Yeah.
Right, like a Doughboy. Doughboy is on the front of that too.
and there was another guy named Big Head or something Head.
Yeah.
Is that not Doughboy? I don't know. Shot Doughboy. That's my guy, but he
I don't
does
know
have
who
a
it
big
is.
head
But
You mentioned JD.
yeah,
RIP JD.
thank
for
you.
sure. For
I
sure. For
appreciate
sure.
Thank you,
I was
guys.
gonna ask you what. I mean, I know he was sitting on a lot of like music and shit. Like what? What's happening with it? Like who has it?
It's at the house.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in the studio.
I'm glad you have it.
Yeah, I got it. I can get it. I got it.
So
There's-
the guy-
he's got some. He's got some Jelly and Struggle records.
See,
Yeah.
that's what I was talking
See,
about,
I knew
Lex.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
About there's so many. There has to be so many Jelly Roll features that were unreleased at this point because here and locally, I mean, dude was on everybody's shit. If you
Absolutely.
if you took the right route, you had.
and I know
a
him and
record.
Strug went through a phase where they was over there.
Yeah,
Yeah, when Struggle was coming over there around 2004, 2005. That's when I met
so
Struggle.
the gentleman that Lex and Joe are talking about right now, a gentleman named JD. Me personally, I think I had the opportunity to meet JD a couple times at the Rutledge, like just on some random shit.
He came. I made him come
name
through
drop
once.
Him a lot here.
I made him come through the Rutledge once. And he hated it.
Right, there you go. But Joe, real close friend of Joe, and I know Lex was a friend of him as well. And I unfortunately just didn't have that type of relationship with him. Unfortunately, I was unfamiliar. And the way
One
I
of the
got
most talented people
right,
we ever had.
and I had Lex swinging for him, and then I was lucky enough to catch and it's still available now, I'm sure, the episode with JoeRilla and JD on Flock with Us. It was one of the 6 episodes that are currently available, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
But it is awesome, dude. Like, it is fucking awesome. The fact, I know that guy was a friend of both of you. And the fact that that's something, Lex, you've talked about this. So Lex talked about Fireball with Friends as not being another source of content for Lex TopDollar, but being something that his children and their children can revert back to see the original Don Green. And I never thought about it like that.
right.
But when we do these episodes and we do multiple episodes and we put in, hundreds and thousands of hours into doing what we do for you guys, the consumers and watchers, it's also longevity built into this because heaven forbid, if something was to happen to any of us, I know there's 86 episodes of this podcast my kids can go back and watch nowadays.
Right.
But what I'm getting to in reference is at least you guys have that one, Joe, you especially, have that one sit down, an intimate fucking discussion between you and your guy JD, which is a great chunk of content. It is a great episode. I didn't even know JD like that.
Yeah,
I knew
we had a great life.
Right?
That's what we had. And he was I introduced him to Lex.
There you go.
Lex was selling a car.
That's a fun
You
fact.
remember he was selling
Range
the
Rover.
Rover, and
Yeah.
I seen it, and I was like, because he was just buying cars. He was buying
Yeah, JD was about the bag.
6-7 cars.
And he talks about that on the episode of Flock with us. I
He was
love it.
He was under the radar balling, right?
Got it. I
Yeah.
get it. I totally get it.
Yeah.
Like the respect that I know Lex has spoke on it. I mean, it hit Lex hard, but I know it hit you real hard, Joe. I mean, it was hard. That was probably one of the hardest times I ever had getting JoeRilla on the phone.
Yeah.
You know, I don't speak to him probably as often as I want to or as often as I should, but 98% of the time that man's going to answer when I call him because he knows. I mean, I have a great relationship with JoeRilla, and it's one that I've favored for so many years. It's retarded, but that 2% of the time it was kind of hard to get a hold of Joe. Would have been during that time.
No, it wasn't that bad.
Really?
Yeah.
I know
no,
when
it's
I
not.
called
It's
you,
good.
you was like,
Yeah, I was just sad that you had to call me and find out. I mean, I just
Yeah.
forgot to call you and tell you. I didn't even know.
I could tell it was super uncomfortable. That's why I didn't like try to stay on the phone.
oh yeah,
You know
no,
what I mean?
it's good. Yeah, no,
And I was in Orlando when the shit happened.
yeah. I'm sorry you had to find out that way.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but so yeah, I talked to him the night before, or the day before, maybe like a day or day before, 2 days before,
yeah,
and I got to talk to him and we had a nice little chat, and then yeah,
well, that's cool.
then he passed.
man.
Yeah, it was great. It was awesome.
Yeah, R.I.P. JD. Like real talk.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. That
Bro, you're talking not just music. You're talking about children's books, fucking just as as far
really
as,
talented person.
as far as like craftsmen, like dog,
Woodworking and that kind of
Bro.
shit, right?
Yep.
bro.
So if you go to imjd.com, you can find everything you want there. And that's countless albums. He had hard drives of music.
Bro,
2 poetry books. He had an art. He was doing he did 2 children's books.
The episode of Flock with Us y'all shot, that was at his spot, correct?
Yeah, that was his.
An amazing setup.
Anyone who goes there and sees that studio wants to live there.
So,
yeah,
Lex,
absolutely.
have you seen this episode?
I seen a piece of it.
Good.
I
I'm
seen
glad
a
you
piece
haven't
of
seen
it.
it all because that's something
So-
to look at now.
So this dude was so dope. Like you talking about holding art expos.
Yeah.
Like legit art expos. When
Yeah.
Motherfuckers show up and
Like a gallery type.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
you were at the first one. That's right.
yes.
I remember
picture.
both
We
of
got
you
the
were.
That's where I bought the
You
table.
both did.
Yep.
Yeah.
If one of you send it to me, I'll put it right here.
Bro.
But I remember that event.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know, it's knowing you both the way I know you both. I don't know. From the outside looking in, it's just a weird scenario how all that unfolded and how it all happened and the amount of effect it has on people, and I don't know what I'm getting
Just
at, man.
goes to show, man, you really never know.
You never know.
You never know.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Ain't it
Yeah,
though?
man.
That logo behind Lex, that YNK looking thing. That's people ask all the time what that weird looking logo is. That's what that stands for.
Which one?
Yeah, that circle looking thing.
What does that sound for? You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it either, but it is what it is. I mean, it's just kind of the way the world spins. You never know,
Yeah, it's all good.
right?
It's all good.
Anyway,
One of the
RIP,
go ahead.
RIP JD, man.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
So we're planning a public memorial for him. We did a private one. So all the people who want to come, the fans and public people are allowed to come.
Any timeline on when that may happen?
is that?
I think we're going to do it. We're going to wait till it's not hot, probably in the fall.
Good idea.
Alright.
It's really
Yeah.
fucking
I'll
hot.
keep you guys. I'd really like you guys to have come out. Maybe Lex, you want to
You let me know where to be.
say something, read a poem. You want to do something? He always wanted to. We would always talk about what he wanted at his funeral.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, we talked every day, basically. Every night he would call me after work, and he had a pretty big ideal of what he wanted it to be. It was great.
What happened to the spot he was working on that I went out and did some work on?
The Ginger Seed.
Yes.
I don't know if we sold that building or not. I got to check with Slim on that.
I didn't know if they're continuing to work or
Well, we're gonna carry on the Ginger Seed legacy and JD's art and music. So I'm running all that, and we got all this thing. We're gonna keep it going, but it's just
Yeah.
been a little difficult and hard.
oh, I'm sure.
yeah,
man.
with all the legal stuff and
Yeah.
figuring it out. But
Damn.
such a beautiful soul he was. You guys missed out.
Man, absolutely.
You're right. I did.
You missed out.
I name dropped him over here 1,000 times.
It definitely has.
And I even mentioned it to JD. So when you going to come through?
Well, I asked him, and he said,
was down.
Yeah, well, I said, Squint's got a podcast. I said, when you coming out? He goes, I ain't fucking going to that thing. And I
Yeah,
said,
he said,
please
Fuck
come.
you, Squint.
He said like
I said, please come. He was like, I'll go if you go.
Yeah. Well,
It's
when I
unfortunate.
mentioned it to him, he was like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. I wish that opportunity would have happened.
Oh, we were close, really close to bringing him out.
Yeah, him and Wizzle, same scenario.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
if Wizzle
that's
wasn't
terrible.
fucking had that shit on his ankle, he would have been here.
Yeah.
Had to have. I literally, some of the last DMs I have with Wizzle are telling him I need him and Don to pull up together. That how epic of an episode it would be if I could get Lex, and that was before Lex was incorporated with I Got Some Shit to Say.
Oh,
I did the
okay.
2 episodes like yours and John Kilmer's. I did
Yeah.
those, and then I was trying to get Don and Worm over here. Like literally, that's where I was.
Mhm.
But then we idled back, and then we went through the thing with Worm, and then ultimately Lex ended up coming over here and being a part of the show moving forward.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy the way this shit works.
JD started out as an artist. He dropped in about 98, 97, 98. He was
Yeah.
probably the second, and I credit it. He was the second white rapper to drop a CD.
Correct.
Wow. Okay. Ever
Ever.
or just here?
Here in Nashville.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Who's
Yeah.
the first?
EMAC.
Shout out
Eric.
EMAC.
Eric McAnally.
Shout out government names.
Eric McAnally.
Where is he at nowadays?
EMAC. He's doing good.
Tell him he needs to come see Squints.
I'll tell him.
He knows me.
Yeah, I can probably bring him out.
Yeah, I'd love for him to pull up.
Do you know? Do you know EMAC?
Me?
Yeah.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
You know him? Know him? Do you know him? You know him, Lex.
I know EMAC well enough to say I'm pretty sure he'd pull up.
Say it. Say the line.
Say it, don't spray it.
What?
What's the line you always say when I mention EMAC and Immaculate?
Why is that? Because your hair
where's,
flow down your back?
Say it. Watch, here it goes.
We wearing suede in the rain.
He
says
on $8,000
he says money mean nothing. We wearing suede in the rain.
Bro, I remember the first time I heard
First stack verse ever is on the EP.
it's on the E. Yeah, on the
Immaculate.
E joint. Yeah.
Yep.
Breaker, Stack,
Mac Millie. Yep, and he used the same verse again on the 360 album.
He did. But shout out to E-Mac. I remember the first time I heard that project was actually when he was our manager.
Right.
EMAC.
And I noticed that a lot of people in Nashville don't give E the credit that he deserves.
I do.
Oh my God.
That's why I want to
fight-
talk to him.
I fight for it. I fight for it.
Mm.
EMAC is like
Shout out
literally-
EMAC, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Eric McAnally. Like forever and always will be one of the ambassadors of how this shit laid out and worked
Absolutely.
moving
He's the
forward.
creator. He's
There
the
it is.
creator.
Before
The
Haystack,
Southside Hustler. There was no
Mr. Southside Hustler.
There was no
Getting
Haystack.
paid in the game.
There was EMAC.
Money means nothing. We wearing suede in the rain. Man, that is the
And it was
hardest shit
snapping.
ever.
But here's the thing about that. When
94.
when you heard that and you seen him, like it matched up. So it was like the Top Dollar shit. When you heard the Top Dollar shit and you seen us, it matched up. So that's why I liked E so much, right?
I rock with E.
So
Shout out
hard.
EMAC. I'd love for EMAC to pull up. That'd be dope for him to pull up and Lex be here for that. That'd be super sick.
I'm bringing the cassette tape of Southside Hustle.
You have a cassette tape?
I got a cassette
I know
tape.
somebody with a box of CDs.
I got EMAC. I need the Southside Hustler. I can't.
I know somebody with a box of Southside Hustle.
It's
I
in a
need the-
Rubbermaid tub.
A whole box.
somewhere.
Like
Can
at
I
least 40 or
Can I
50
buy
of
it?
them.
I mean,
I'll buy it.
Unopened. What?
no, I ain't got it.
Southside Hustler?
Yeah.
I'll handle that, Joe. I'll get you an unopened copy of Immaculate and
I
Southside
have it.
Hustler.
I have Immaculate.
Oh,
I
that's
need
not the
Southside
same
Hustler.
one. Yeah, no, all I have is Immaculate. I
Southside
don't even
Hustler.
have it. I just know somebody that does.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody when we did like I think Vice. We did like a Vice interview up at
Flex.
New Life.
Flex.
Flex.
What's the dude's name at New Life?
Lane.
Lane.
Lee Lane.
We're trying to get him on the show.
Oh, he's good. He's a good guy. He
we've-
don't get around much.
He
don't get
does
around-
not, and he has told us. It's actually he told Chad Arms. I don't know if that'll be a Chad Arms TV interview. It'll probably be a Chad Arms TV interview
For
before it'll be
sure,
a podcast.
Yeah.
But I know.
At
Shout
the
out Chad
building.
Arms. We have reached out to Lane and
Lee.
Lee. Thank you. And he said that Chad could come through, get the interview, but we had to come to New Life. He still owns the building.
Yeah, I don't know if he owns the building.
He still has access to the building.
Well, it's
'Cause
up,
he
it's
said
up
he
there, but the renter hasn't taken the sign. Because I contacted Lee and I was like, look, I need the New Life sign. He was like, I got nothing to do with it. It's whoever owns the building.
Fuck that. You just go take it down and say you're part of a sign company.
Someone take that for me. I need it.
What are you willing to pay for it?
I'll pay anything for it. That's nothing but history, Nashville history.
I bet I can get it.
Yeah.
That
If
is
it's still up right now, I bet I can get it.
I still remember going up there in 93, 94 and talking to Lee, and there's like a smoke shop, and C-Wiz would be up there working me.
Shout out C-Wiz.
Right.
He needs to pull up too. I've
C-Wiz.
touched base with C-Wiz. C-Wiz should pull up someday in the near future. Lex, you're going to love this next one. Daryl J. I've even spoken to Daryl J.
You shut your face.
You talked about Cool Daddy Fresh. I've reached out. That's when
Daryl J's the shit.
right.
He
But
was-
he moves back and forth a lot to Miami
Listen,
and like Southern Florida.
Let
So
me
it's
tell you,
hard for me
let
to
me
get
tell
a
you
hold
why
of
I
him.
know Daryl J.
But he has acknowledged me.
Back in the 90s, I keep trying to date myself.
Yeah.
I had the two-way pager, the time port.
One of the first person I ever saw with a two joint,
the big flip.
big joint.
The one we
Flips
could,
up.
that
we did
spun.
we did beats on.
No,
right?
not that one.
No, this is the
What
time
am I-
port.
Sidekick.
You know what I'm talking
That's
about?
what I'm talking
I
about.
know exactly what you're talking about. The gray joint.
The gray one, right?
Yeah.
I'm about to
Okay.
lose my mind, guys.
Nobody else I knew had one.
I'm sorry, Don.
So I went to the mix factory
Right.
Shout out to the Mix Factory.
and I seen Daryl J, and I seen one on his hip, and I went up to him and I was like, "Yo,
We're cool, right? Me and you.
yeah." And
We're
was
buddies,
like,
right?
He was like, "That's cool."
Shout out Daryl J. One of the best to ever do it.
Mix
Like,
factory. You go to mix
God,
factory?
dude.
Yeah.
I
Are you
did.
too young for that?
I went.
No,
First
Oh,
club I
shit.
ever went to. Mix Factory.
really?
Loved it. One of the best clubs ever made, Nashville's ever seen. And unfortunately is now a Shurion building.
Better than Outer Limits?
Absolutely. 3 tiers, center hole in the middle where you could look down all 3 levels. It was amazing, Don. Mix Factory was forever and always will be the best venue Nashville has other than Limelight.
Yep. It was hard to get in there.
It was.
know,
I
it's
went one time with my sister and her friend prior to being 18 with a fake ID that one of their little friends let me borrow. I couldn't
We-
believe my sister let me go with her to the
We
club.
always at the mix factory.
I was sitting in the Mix Factory smoking cigarettes and I was like 15 years old.
Because you're a damn juvenile delinquent.
Damn.
I was then.
Hey, I'm about to take a pause for the calls, but I'll be back.
No, let's do it all together. We're at hour 12. That's never happened on this podcast. This is how it goes when you talk to JoeRilla.
I hadn't
JoeRilla
even
drums.
gotten to the good shit yet.
No, I know, right? We'll be right back though.
Why are you holding back?
Right.
I didn't know we were recording. Are we
We've
recording?
been recording for
We've
an
been
hour and
recording.
12 minutes.
Are we
But
recording?
we're going to stop, let Don do his thing. I'm going to smoke a cigarette before I kill them both. Check in with my kids. We'll be right back. Shout out to the sponsors.
I was
Yo, real quick, let's take 1 second, Chad, real quick,
Yeah.
just to thank one of our sponsors, the GOAT, Mark Gray over at South Nashville Heating and Cooling.
For sure.
Right? Those guys are amazing at what they do. They're expert in any type of HVAC services you could ever want. We're talking like expert design, superior service, quality installation since 1985.
85, dude. 85.
That's almost 40 years.
That's just, dude, that's insane.
I just turned 40. That's a long time. I'm really old. So obviously these guys know what they're doing. You guys need anything like that? Let me show you. These guys right here, they're the guys to call. Y'all see the name, the number, anything you may need, South Nashville Heating and Cooling can get it done.
For sure. And what better time to have them come help you out?
said it, dude.
It's hotter than 2 rats making hot, passionate whoopee in a wool sock outside at all times.
That
I mean,
sounds pretty
you
accurate.
walk outside and you have heat stroke.
That's dead on. I totally agree.
Mark's your go-to guy. If you want it blowing snow biscuits in
Yeah.
your crib, you hit up South Nashville Heating and Cooling.
Do them a favor. When you get them on the phone, tell them you heard about them when I got some shit to say to podcast.
For
For
sure.
what it's worth. But, yeah, one more time, shout out to South Nashville Heating and Cooling, man. Y'all see the name. Y'all see the number, man. Get at them. I got some shit to say to podcast, man. We're back. Took a little break. Shout out to the sponsors. With us tonight, we have Mr. Lex TopDollar back with us again. And the celebrity profile back in the back that's unrecognizable goes by JoeRilla. JoeRilla Drums.
.com.
.com.
I can't get this right.
What do you mean?
My hat feels.
It looks amazing. You look
Shout
amazing,
out to Fat
Joe.
Caps.
Shout out to Fat Caps, the T and Fat Caps.
I love that.
Yes, we know you do. So let's talk about that hat on your head for one moment.
Y'all don't shout out Fat Caps enough.
We don't.
Y'all do
We
not.
do not.
Let me tell you something. I noticed.
ahead.
I noticed a lot of Nashville people do not respect the original.
I don't think it's that they don't respect them.
If I don't hear it, I hear disrespect. If I don't hear the word EMAC, if I don't hear the word fat caps,
Okay.
if I don't hear T, I feel
Noted.
I hear disrespect.
Noted. T, we love you. Shout out Fat Caps, one of the original,
26 years.
The original.
26 years.
Man, the guy that's been doing it forever. Shout out Fat Caps Clothing, Antioch, Tennessee. They've been holding it down forever. They are an ambassador of fashion when it comes to the hip hop culture in Nashville, Tennessee.
They're changing the paradigm. of
Literally. And it literally has been like that for 26 seasons here in this world. So shout out to T.
crazy?
You're right, Joe. We do not. But
Bro,
shout out
I
to T,
remember-
Fat Caps.
fashion.
T, I owe you a month of sponsorship. Here it goes right there. I'm just playing. But I do owe T personally.
That makes me feel so old because I remember being fucking
Yeah.
late teens.
Yeah. I mean,
Shopping.
dude, Joe's right though.
Yeah.
He is 100% accurate with that, man. They are, and it's same with Eric McAnally. Like when we spoke on EMAC,
Legend.
we should throw flowers that way when we start speaking on it, and same with Fat Caps because Fat Caps is definitely an ambassador of that lane when it comes to
the
that.
3 things that I believe is foundation of Nashville.
Go. I'd love to hear this.
Fat caps,
Okay.
EMAC,
Oh, huh?
Okay.
and Rugged Rob,
Rugged Rob.
OC.
Gotcha.
Organized crime. Do you remember organized
That-
crime?
I remember it, but it is definitely a name that has not been mentioned on this show, which is very unfortunate.
And I don't know why you haven't.
It's one that, well, the timeline's a little different.
Well, yeah, but this is what I came up on.
And that's understood. That's why that is one of your 3 factors. Over here,
Right.
Just based off the timeline.
And
Joe's got
pistol. And pistol.
We do
Pistol,
speak on P. Gates. Like P.
Pistol,
Gates gets
Fresh,
yes, of
OC,
course. Yes, of course.
Fat caps, and EMAC.
Only thing I'm admitting that hasn't came up. Oh, my bad. Shit, my bad. Totally my fault. Y'all don't hear it, but I opened the garage.
What was
It's
happening
it's a
right
secret
now?
mechanism right here under the table, and I was
Is someone gonna pop out?
no.
Like,
It's like
and now,
Master P on About It.
Sorry,
I
guys.
Run up in the garage.
You're right though. When it comes to the OGs
thought-
of the shit,
I thought Rugged Rob and EMAC were all
what if he
two
did? That would be
standing
great.
Shout
right
out to
there.
Wreck-It Ralph. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
shout out Wreck-It Ralph.
Who's-
Great movie.
who's Wreck-It Ralph?
Pixar. Shout out Pixar for sure. You ain't never seen Wreck-It Ralph? You
Is
got young ones,
I
right?
did, yeah.
Check out Wreck-It Ralph.
I've seen
Wreck-It
it.
Ralph.
Are
Wreck-It
you a
Ralph.
hobo?
Man, I love it. Shout to the second one. The second one's good too.
I ain't seen the second one.
It's good. Don't sell it short. Check it out.
First one's a classic.
Yeah, the second one is not far from it. It's
But
really
yeah,
good.
But yeah, shout out to OC.
Shout out to OC
Thank
and shout
you.
out
Thank
to Fat Caps for sure.
Thank
But Fat Caps is one that I definitely take fault for not mentioning more because
Before-
that definitely is part of my timeline.
Before there was an era.
Yes.
Before there was a VIP.
Right. That's what I was going to say. Think about how many other than Fat Caps have took that same lane, but yet have came and went in a number of years. Fat Caps has stayed and been established and continues to grow, and et cetera. You follow what I'm saying? Like T has done it in a way that is definitely creditable and applaudable to where he should have much more recognition here on this platform.
Thank
You
you.
are
Thank you.
1,000,000% accurate, and I will be sure to fucking talk about that moving forward.
You better.
Shame
God
on
damn
me.
it.
I
Like,
appreciate that.
But it takes a person like JoeRilla to sort of point out those types of things.
You know y'all totally forgot about T, right?
Right? But that's okay. And I'll admit fault and throw flowers as I should.
So it didn't take 86, is it 85? 85 episodes?
This is 86.
86
Yeah.
to mention Fat Caps?
No, it's been mentioned,
It's
I'm
came
sure.
up before.
And plus the stickers on the wall. The same sticker that's on Joe's shirt is right on the broad wall behind Lex's shoulder.
This is called Giving Flowers.
Yes,
There you
absolutely. It's right over. Well, you can't see my mouse cursor, but it's to the left of Don's shoulder
Yeah.
above that Jordan
I remember
logo.
that.
Yes, so it is there.
Yep.
So yeah, so pump your brakes, Joe. Quit being so aggressive. Fat Caps gets love over here, dog. Even though we don't say it or mention it like we should.
Organized crime?
That you're right.
Okay, so back in the...
But the other ones we do speak on
Right. Do you remember organized crime?
Vaguely.
vaguely. That's kind of my memory as well.
Okay, so I have a VHS cassette tape. So before we started doing like rap, yeah. So the stars were Cool Eddie Fresh, Pistol. These guys were like stars. To
Shout to
us.
Fresh,
Poppin',
P Gates.
Right. EMAC. Like these were untouchable people. Like, you know what I mean?
All
Like,
three I've mentioned for sure.
yes. Yes. So they were the first ones to like bring major. They had MC Breed.
Too nasty.
They had Jazzy Faye.
Golly.
They had
Shout
Slug.
to the 80s
Slug,
babies.
Slug, Pistol. Do you remember? Have you seen that video? I have it on my YouTube.
I haven't seen the
It's
video,
on
but
my
I know
YouTube.
all the names you said.
Yeah, they have Too Short in the video. They have MC Breed. He's featured on. He's a part of the record. They have old Jazzy Faye when he had the blonde hair, and he looked
Jazzy
like,
Fizzle.
He looked like the PM Dawn kind of guy. Like that was the style. No offense. You don't. Yeah, you don't remember any of that? That might have been before your time.
I know all the names. I've never seen this video.
It's on my YouTube. Go to JoeRilla YouTube. JoeRilla Drums.
JoeRilla Drums YouTube. It'll be in the comments below.
Yup. And I went fresh when we met Cool Daddy Fresh. I said, look, I got the game for sale, VHS. I want to put the video out on my YouTube. I don't know if he's got the
Shout out Dom Frizzle.
authority to say yes, but he did a shout out and a drop for it.
Dope.
Shout out Don Frizzle. I fucks with Cool Daddy Fresh. Literally one of the OGs of this shit when it comes to Nashville hip hop. One that I can definitely throw flowers at because he had an influence in early on.
Yeah.
As just a young, inspiring artist, I guess.
He's an interesting character.
He definitely is.
He's an interesting character.
But I have reached out
Yeah.
to my defense.
He did birth the main hip hop in Nashville, but interesting character.
Okay. Let me pause for a second in case we got to cut this out. Does he have children?
Yes.
Yes.
Is B Hoodie his
Yes.
son?
Yep.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to talk about that?
I
I didn't know. I didn't know if that was a fact.
I think they're cool now. I think they've rekindled.
Shout out B Hoodie. That's my guy,
B Hoodie.
right? I rock with B Hoodie. When I was doing 615 Live with Jay Lawrence, it was me, Dave Lucci, Finesse,
Finesse the boss.
Finesse the Boss. Shout out Finesse the Boss, and
Diablo.
no, Lyric,
Who's Lyric?
Liquid. Remember him? Hispanic dude. He was like Puerto Rican.
Liquid Flows.
Liquid Flows.
Yes.
And then B Hoodie. B Hoodie was involved a little bit. And we were doing like cover songs to a live band. And Jay Lawrence, shout out Jay Lawrence with 6 Square Media. He was getting film work for us and pitching us as a talent group to do like cover songs and shit. My whole set was Drake. I was doing Drake cover records to a live band. Some of the funnest shit I've ever done in my life. Did you know about that, Lex? You ever heard that?
I wish I could hear that.
6 Square.
Oh, dude, I was killing it. Like I'll toot my own fucking horn because I'm a huge Drake fan. And Jay Lawrence, shout out Jay Lawrence. He needs to pull up as well. He gave me the opportunity to pick whoever I wanted to cover, but it needed to be mainstream. It needed to be relevant to the time we were at. And I remember I did Drake.
I remember those covers. It was so weird.
And they were fire.
That
Shout out
was
to
so
the band. Jay played the drums, but he put together a band. That was like his vision.
JoeRilla
Yes,
drums.
it was like the I Hustle band. You
Man.
don't want JoeRilla drums.
Shout out IHOP.
Shout out JoeRilla.
No, I
Period.
Hustle.
JoeRilla drums JoeRilla drums makes beats, and JoeRilla drums was making beats for some of our favorites back when. Fun facts, real talk. I have 1 or 2 JoeRilla beats in my inbox.
I want to hear them.
They're probably 8 to 10 years old, but I do have them.
God, it's been so long.
Really, but Joe has a vault of instrumentals that probably the world never heard.
I got samplers and MPC full of that shit.
See,
That's what I was about to ask you. Would you make them on NPC?
Yep. MPC, and then I had a Yamaha RS7000. I had a
he still probably owns it all.
303. Yeah, it's all there.
See,
You still got this shit?
Yeah,
Oh,
Joe
man.
is that guy, dude.
I got it all.
Joe is that guy.
I am the gatekeeper.
He is. I swear to God. I literally said that earlier in this episode. JoeRilla is the gatekeeper. When it comes to content never released, and it comes to like exclusive, like one-off types of merch
I
and
bet your
merchandise.
goddamn house is like a museum.
Exactly.
Like a Nashville museum. Like,
Bro, if you see the original footage of I Got Some Shit to Say with Joe and he's sitting at his little podium down in his little lair, his little basement, and like the whole wall, dude, looks like a bookshelf full of shoes, and they're like on display, dude, like with the box and both shoes, like one arched. It looks amazing. It looks like a fucking like Cool Kicks or something like that. It looks.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
I have on video.
And he'll send me. I'm sorry to cut you off, but he'll send me random pictures of some of the dopest shit. Swear to God, when it comes to like Oculuses or. You know, he's big on VR. He's big on the metaverse. He's big on like, but he'll send me flex pictures. He'll send me a pic. We've talked about his 1,000+ pairs of shoes or 1,500 pairs of shoes,
1,500, yeah.
right? He sent. Fuck you, Joe. He sends a
They're all
sends
like
a
vans. They're all vans.
he sends a picture of like these like the Marty McFly electronic laces, but they're not Air Mags. Those mags are $50,000, but they're
Those
that-
mags are trash.
He's got a
Did
pair
you?
on his feet.
Those mags are trash.
they are, but they are worth $50,000
They're not worth it.
in today's resale market. They're
I
worth
can't-
$50,000.
Somebody had a pair of fake ones. I can't remember which. It was a rapper from Nashville.
I wish you'd tell them to me because I make sure I never paid them any attention. Ever
No,
again.
he showed up in a. He said it was a prototype of it.
Come
I can't
on,
remember
bro.
who it is.
Good
We
luck
met
with that now.
They were terrible.
It probably worked back then. He probably got away from that conversation with
No,
that.
not with me. I was like,
Is
those
he
aren't
from the
those.
flea-
Ain't it.
Joe
We
knows.
met him.
The flea market.
We were
joints.
doing. I can't remember who. Well, I can't name them because I can remember what artist it is. We were doing the 2011 wrap up with Capo and Concrete Magazine, and we were
Shout
over. Yeah, at you know Malachi
Yeah,
3D?
Malachi 3D.
3D.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
for sure.
who was his guy that had the studio?
I'm unaware.
Benzarino.
You got me there. Joe really knows people I don't know. Like
Really? You
real
don't know
talk,
them?
I do not. I
Those
do
guys
not.
are
I
hard.
do know Malachi 3D.
Please get 3D over here.
I know, right?
I
He is
will
a very
pay
in-
for 3D.
he is a very interesting character. Shout out to
3D.
Malachi 3D. Do you know who
Please.
he's speaking on, Don?
I do not.
I think if I showed you him,
Black and J.
you would know.
Yeah.
There you go.
Black and J. That's
Come
what I
on,
thought.
man.
When I met Malachi, he had this Black Widow red stripe in the middle of his hair,
Probably when I met him, he had a blonde one.
and I didn't know that he was from Black and J.
Oh,
There it is.
shit.
The one of the original.
Which one of them went to jail for a long time?
I don't think it was him because he was out. Well, he might have. I don't know.
Shout out Malachi. That's the homie.
Shout out to both of them.
He's literally a DM away. I know him. He knows me.
I dare you to have both.
They're Nashville.
I'm down. I'll reach out to him.
They are Nashville.
Yeah.
Royalty.
Yes, they
Black
are.
and J is 1
Yep.
million%. Malachi 3D has been on
And
a
I
solo
had to come
career.
here and mention it.
What, Black and J?
Yeah.
No, we've mentioned Black and
We
J.
mentioned Black and
For
J
sure.
before.
Where is he? Why is he not here?
That I can't really speak on. But then again,
They don't
it
like
takes a
us.
character like yourself, Joe, to point out that Black and J, Black
Malachi.
was Malachi 3D now.
Yep.
Do
You know what I
remember
mean? Like
serving the world clique?
I do.
absolutely.
Huh?
Yes.
Yes.
Man.
What about Wicked Material?
Yeah. Yeah.
All these names. But
Bro.
Joe, you got a few years on us.
What
to be
about
honest.
South 8 Mafia?
I
For
do.
sure.
South 8, yeah. South 8 Mafia is dope.
We used to want to sign with them so bad.
I've reached out to a number of these OGs,
Really?
but there's definitely names that I have failed to reach
We were
out to.
like 14, 15.
But it's literally just based off my general knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like if I literally sat here with you and I was like, Joe, who could I get over here? And we sat and brainstormed. Like there's no reason why half the names you said that I was like, damn, you're right. I haven't mentioned that one.
Yeah.
But it would take someone like yourself to like remind me of those types of characters.
Yep.
Not because they're not on my radar, definitely not because they're not relative to the topics we discuss over here, but just because my dumb ass is too fucking stupid to recognize
But there
I'm
are
missing them.
so many artists
For
from
sure.
back in the day
And producers, bro.
and producers.
You know what I mean? And just different levels of talent altogether.
I was producing for a company called Reaper Records, and they had
Shout out Reaper Records.
don't shout out Reaper Records.
Why?
They were on Trinity Lane. We were
Shout
out
out
there
Trinity.
hanging out Trinity Lane, and I was with producing for this, and they had a group, and they called them Domination. It was a bunch of like Nashville rappers.
Okay.
I think there was a guy named Warpath that was a part of it. Tony knows him, and I think he passed. But yeah, there's so many artists.
We recently, within the last probably 5 or 6 episodes, we had Shorty C of BU Clothing over here.
you don't get like what you just like.
Formerly Shorty C, get like what you dislike.
I made
And
that.
Exactly.
I
That's
made
what
that
I'm getting
logo.
to.
I
But
made that logo.
And also in the same discussion with Shorty C, that incorporates MUG, Money United with Game.
I had him on a podcast.
Exactly. That's what I'm leading to, Joe.
Where's he at?
So exactly, Joe. Just because you haven't seen them here yet doesn't mean they won't be here eventually. That goes to a lot of people that hit our DMs and are like, "How come y'all ain't hit me up for a show?"
I was with a guy named Jay Swing. Jay Swing was he worked in insurance, but he wanted to be a music producer.
Yeah.
A music record. He wanted to be a record label.
Yeah.
So I met him through another guy that I met at a music store.
Uh-huh.
And so he was like, yeah, we're going to go sign these guys. I want you to be a producer of the music.
Uh-huh.
This was back in the 90s. He said, there's this group of kids. I want to go sign them. I was like, cool. So we went over, I don't know if it was Haynes Garden. I don't know where that's at in Nashville. So
Got
this
me.
group of guys was MUG and his group, the Cash Money Millionaires.
Did you
Right?
hear that?
Now, I suggested that they cut it to billionaires.
Billionaire status.
Then it became billionaire status.
Shout out to those guys.
But
I
the deal is super shady and fucked up. Excuse my language.
it's fine. But I remember back when I first met
say
you,
what you
you
feel
were working
over
pretty
here.
tight with MUG.
Yeah, well, MG.
Back when I first met you.
Yeah, he took me all over the city.
I can't pinpoint when. Do you know when we met, Joe?
When I met you,
When did you meet Squints?
I met Squints. It was at the Rutledge, one of the UMCs. The Urban Music Challenge by Capo and Saint.
The first one? When I was part of Arch Rivals?
Yep.
There it
There
is.
was this
we
crazy,
took the world by storm with the Arch Rivals, dude.
Yeah, it was okay. It wasn't what it wasn't what it should have been.
There it is. Thanks. Because I wasn't going to let him sell me short on that. But at the same time, I knew where he was going with it.
Right. It was just a weird time in Nashville music.
It
Yeah.
really was.
And around the Rutledge stuff. So it was just crazy white guy that I rap. And he was just so animated. And you couldn't get away from him. And it ended up being Squints.
That's me, guys.
yeah.
He was just so animated. It was ridiculous.
So, fun fact. When we talk about Joe being a heavy influence with this current podcast, that is 1,000,000% accurate. But when I first did it, when I did the John Kilmer episode, and then I told Joe, I was like, Joe, I did it. I finally did an episode.
Yeah.
I was like, I got to have you on the next one, right? And me and Joe sat down, and we had literally a 3-hour FaceTime call. It's literally what it was, because it really wasn't like we were focused on the – we were initially focused on the podcast, but 20 minutes in, it turns into just literally me and Joe's private conversation. But there's nothing that needed to be, like, edited or taken out. It was all fine, but it was more like a personal conversation. We wasn't even referencing like to things relevant or like the concept of the show or anything like that now.
Yep.
But I don't know. It's like almost like I missed that opportunity to sell you the show back then the way it is now.
Yeah, I get it.
And that's why I told Don, I was like, bro, I do not want Joe to pull, because if Don couldn't make it today, and with Chad being out of town, Five's got an event this weekend. Leroy's in Florida working with Sonny. So I told Lex, literally, I said, I just don't want to. You don't want to do it again. I don't want to do it again, just me and Joe, because it will be so quick to go left and us just be talking, because we're close friends and we can talk about anything, like really.
That's good, though.
But I knew with Lex here, it would keep us on the right track to talk about what we've talked about. The first hour of this podcast is gold, because it's just it's doing this down memory lane. We're touching on a lot of things that's been failed to be talked about on this show.
Touching on a lot of things.
Pause.
Yeah, I'll tell you the first time I met Lex.
That's what I want to hear next.
You want to hear that?
Yes, please.
When do you want to hear that?
Now, go.
Okay, so it was a UMC. It was a Rutledge.
Wow, shout out to UMC.
It was
Capo,
UMC,
Latino
yeah.
Saint.
Capo and Saint. Two dope guys. Well, I haven't
Absolutely.
I haven't heard from Saint in a while.
Me either, but he's still accessible, and
Yeah,
I know
shout
if
out
he
to
ever
Capo.
comes home, he knows he has more than an opportunity to pull up here.
Yeah, he's kind of a weird guy. But I like him. I like
Me too.
So anyway, UMC. So I was sitting there, and there was this guy. He was just sitting there like this, like he wasn't.
During a show, by the way.
Yeah. So we were all outside, and there was a smoking area at the Rutledge. You go outside and sit.
Dope.
Right.
This is so dope.
So we're
too.
out there, and I'm catching footage of everyone. I'm trying to do this. This is before I knew Jelly, because I was supposed to meet Jelly before. I never met him, so we were sitting out there, and this guy was just sitting there like he didn't want to be there. He just looked so uninterested in what it was. And then somebody turned a camera on, and this dude pops up and starts going in. The Lex character comes out, and he starts going off and doing this epic cut. And I was just like, I was with Quick. I said, Quick, is that Lex? And he was like, yeah, that's Lex TopDollar. I was like, why is he so fucking tall? I didn't know Lex was so tall. I was just like, that's Lex. It was just going off. As soon as the camera shut off, he just went back inside.
Like a light switch.
Yep.
Again, that's just that marketable mindset that Lex possesses that he just fails to recognize. He knows when he's supposed to shine.
Did you enjoy yourself?
Probably not.
Were you just playing?
bruh.
Were you just people feeding into you?
Lex is hard to impress.
Very.
So when it comes to him being on, this is me just speaking for my guy right now. I know if he was at the event at the Rutledge, he was probably there to see Worm or to be incorporated with Worm. Worm was there to support Chad or Arch Rivals or whoever the fuck was at this UMC particularly had something to do with Show and Prove. Worm was there. Lex was probably there with Worm.
Yeah.
But Worm was not part of a UMC. So that makes me think that they were there literally out of support for whoever out of Show and Prove was a part of this UMC.
Yeah, definitely.
And with that being said, Lex was a spectator only. That literally paints the picture for his mood that night.
Not only that, like during that time, that the time frame you're speaking on, like I was fresh home,
Brand new back.
right?
Yeah.
So,
Like for real?
yeah,
Okay.
like within the year.
All right.
Yeah.
So I was probably a little bit uncomfortable in general.
Yeah.
But then also you got 500 people in this building, 400 of them rap. They all know who I am from 2002, 2003.
And none of them had the opportunity to meet you ever.
So, and they're all asking me for shit.
Yeah, and there was like you were like celebrity status.
Yeah, like it's like but it puts you in a bad mood. You know what I mean? Like
I don't know. I wish I had that problem.
so that's
At
why
the
I
time,
kinda
I
just,
definitely wished I had that problem.
I just stayed in my bubble.
Lex was a very envious individual coming up
Yeah.
in Nashville hip hop as a Caucasian rapper. I'll tell you that
It's
much.
true.
Well, Nashville has a white boy rap scene that's
They do.
unmatched.
They do, and they have forever.
Unmatched. And
Definitely.
I remember the first time filming on Yellow Wolf, he had mentioned it, and he was like, "I want
That's
to
dope.
I want to do a documentary. The white boy bred Nashville rappers.
There's plenty of them
It's
here,
a different breed." And he was like, "I want to do a documentary so bad."
right?
Right.
That's when I talk about why I stopped rapping, because when I started rapping, being a Caucasian rapper was still kind of new, and they were popping up. Haystack had popped up. You know what I'm saying? Like it was already going. I had caught wind of Lex TopDollar and TopDollar boys. You know what I'm saying? Like Eminem was top of the charts. You know what I'm saying? So I went that route. I dye my hair blonde and I start rapping. You know what I'm saying? I literally did.
Did you really?
I'm dead serious. Bleach blonde. But I didn't go like yellow. Like my shit was as white as I could get it. Like I went to the
Stand? Were
salon.
you like a stand?
Nah, not really. It's
Or was
just
it like
I just did
Backstreet?
it. I don't know.
Backstreet? You were like Timberlake?
Probably more of that. Yeah. Y'all talk about outer limits and freestyle battles.
Yeah.
I talk about outer limits and dance battles.
Oh, wow.
No way.
I won a few.
No, you did.
I put it on my kids. I
You
won a
did
few.
not.
I did.
That's
Facts.
hilarious.
Anybody watching this, if you were there and ever saw me dance at Outer Limits or Silverados, please comment in the
There's
comments
no
below.
way.
I put it on God, bro.
You served people?
Don't get served,
Like,
Joe.
Did you jump? You know what I'm talking about? Like
Yeah.
when they jump.
And I'd
doing all
crump
this
all
shit?
in your
Yeah.
face and shit.
You didn't crump. Did you crump?
No, bro.
Please
No,
don't.
I didn't. But I used to really do that shit. Like
No,
they would
you
have like, I swear to fucking
You
Christ.
B-boyed? I hated B-boys.
It wasn't, I wouldn't even
You were
call
a
it
B-
that.
Did you do the stance?
Bruh,
That's so
no, I
corny.
couldn't break dance.
That's
I couldn't do none of
so
that.
corny. What did you do?
I just danced. I don't fucking know.
That's corny.
I swear to God.
I give you a $20 bill. You do it. You do something.
I can't. I
right
got bad knees, man.
Oh, that's right. That's
Put
right.
your
Maybe
brace
that's
on.
why. Did you tell your doctor that? They
That
would
may
have
be a
paid the
reason.
insurance bill.
I played baseball for a number of years and I danced a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun fact
With the
about
cardboard?
Squints. Squints
I
used
want to
to
know.
do dance
I
contests.
just want to see.
They'd be
some
like,
footage.
cash prize. We got a girls dance competition and dudes. And I'm the fucking dude. I'm
So
like,
you
hey, fuck y'all,
served.
who wants some?
You served Antioch.
Damn right.
You
Freestyle.
got
Let's
served?
get it. Let's go. Outer Limits probably 10 or 12 times in my life. Silverados probably same. Swear to God.
Somebody's got a video.
Who
of this.
knows every country line dance they do at Silverados?
You?
This guy. Yep.
And he's on here bragging about it.
Fuck you. I bet if we go to Silverados, I can dance with the baddest bitch in there if I was single.
I bet you could.
Because I know what the fuck I'm doing.
No.
Promise.
I don't believe it.
Me and a buddy of mine, shout
I
out
bet
Josh
you
Demos.
You can't do the
Look.
WAP.
I don't know
What
nothing
is
about no WAP.
that?
Can't do the
Me and my
WAP.
buddy Josh Demos, we started dating these chicks when we first started going to Silverados. I met my first baby mama at Silverados. We started going there for free beer and shit. We met two chicks that were super fucking fun. They were very attractive girls, whatever. But they literally said, you guys need to learn the dances. Y'all would have so much more fun at Silverados drinking beer until 11 o'clock. We drink free beer till 11, then we go downtown. You know what I mean? But they would only play country until 11. So as you're drinking and you're trying to mingle with women want to fucking dance. So we wanted to learn these dances to twirl these bitches around and show them a good time while we're drinking free beer. They literally took the time to come over to my mother's house while she lived in Laverne. We moved my mom was there. She's from Texas, so she's applauding every move of this. We moved all the furniture out of the living room, and them girls literally taught me and Josh Demos every dance they knew. And from then on, it was the funnest times of my life at Silverados. My 21st birthday was at Silverados.
You know it's still there.
They tore it down. literally
Not
like a month
Rivergate?
ago. No, Rivergate's still there.
Yeah, I seen
But
it
the
other day.
original Silverados on Owensville Pike is
Yeah.
on the ground. They literally tore it down like maybe 2 months ago. Joe, how do you feel about me now? Are we still friends now that you know I can
I
dance?
feel a little different.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It was literally being single and a girl that was super cool and like we were just having fun. She's like, trust me, you guys would get so many more bitches.
As long as you don't regret it. I mean, two things I can't stand.
There's no footage of me dancing at our
Male
limits.
dancers and what else?
Check chasers and pussy chasers.
Bro, we don't say that word.
Ridiculous.
We just edited that word
Oh,
out of
shit.
here.
I'm
It doesn't.
sorry.
It doesn't matter. We can say pussy. It doesn't fucking matter.
Oh, I didn't know.
Amy was out here listening to me and Lex's past one though. We're like aggressively saying that word, and she was going.
Sorry, Amy.
So I had to edit it out.
As long as you don't regret it, and I respect it.
Don screams it like as soon as I say it the first time, he laughs, and I said, "Yeah, we shouldn't say that, should we?" And he just says, "Boom!" He just hits it loud. It's hilarious. Shout out to Crown Apple 2, our previous episode.
That was rough.
Right?
That was really rough.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad you danced. I'm glad you came off that. Got off your chest. You feel better?
I never was ashamed of it.
Do you feel
Like it's
better?
just it was, bro. It was when I was in high school,
You dance.
junior high. Listen,
Lex, did you dance?
this was before.
At school functions. School functions.
No, bro.
No.
Were you the guy?
You want to
On
hear
the
another
wall.
fun fact?
Were you guys just sitting on the wall? Were you dancing? Were you
I
doing
was
line
too
dance?
cool for
Let me give you
school.
one more. You ready for this?
Oh gosh.
4th grade,
No. Please.
we had a school audition for every kid, every boy
no.
and girl to sing. And I won a school-wide competition. I never sang in anything in my life. And
His
I sung.
mama got a videotape of this.
I hope. I was in 4th grade. It was for Earth Day. And I sang a solo with another girl that won the girl side of the contest. Sang.
sang.
Swear to God.
Shout out to Wizzle Fizzle.
Shout out Wizzle Fizzle. R.I.P. forever and ever.
Why?
You're not drinking no more.
Swear to
right?
God.
Oh.
Swear to God, man. I love that guy.
You know, when we shot that Empty Dreams, we said I took him up to the condo. We had a condo on the Viridian,
Flex.
18th floor. That was EMAC and Jelly Roll. That was their condo. They had a deal with. Anyway, we took him up there and we shot the epic. So when you see the beginning of the video and you see the background,
He's
of the
leaning
sky,
on that
right,
balcony.
we were up there shooting that, and then we went to the car wash. He took me somewhere in the car wash, and then he took me to railroads. Like he was just telling me, like, we're going here, we'll go here. So we just went and shot. And
this is Worm telling you this?
This is Worm, yeah. So Worm's like, yeah, I want to do them, and I was like, yeah, no problem, we got it. So the last shot, he's like, I want to do it in the cemetery. And I was like, can we get into the cemetery?
Right.
And he's like, well, just pull up. And I was like, okay. I was like, get in the Cadillac and we'll go. So we pull in. I don't know where it's at. Like on the way to his house, there's a giant cemetery.
Yeah.
Where he used to stay. I don't know what cemetery that is. But we pull in and we were out there shooting so long. We went to leave and got lost for 30 minutes driving around the cemetery. And I thought I thought that was the last time I was going to see daylight in a cemetery with Worm.
Was he getting mad?
Huh? He was confused.
Yeah.
He was super confused.
Y'all thought y'all was in like some weird time.
Yeah. Because we shot all day. We shot from morning to night because the cemetery, it was at night.
Yeah.
So I had to have a light. And we got lost and he was getting so confused.
I remember those scenes in the video. I have them on a thumb drive in my car. I have like about 30, 40 like of my favorite videos.
Yep. So we got lost in the cemetery.
And they're on there.
I don't know how we found our way out.
Get Back is on there too, Don. On that same USB. One of the memories that pops into my mind first about Worm is before he went in the last time. Then when he came home, we only had him for a little while before we lost him. But before he went in that last time, and how long was he gone for, Don?
Years.
Yeah, it was like 2 years, right?
Yeah.
Right at 2 years. Literally, like 3 or 4 weeks before he went in, I paid him $100, and I think we drank some beer, and I bought pizza. But he came when me and Amy, when we talk about the 2 year split.
You wanted to do a dance off.
Right.
Worm.
Right. Listen. When me and Amy split up for the 2 years, I asked Worm to come help me move.
Yeah.
And granted, Amy was gone at the time. We had split up. So this is me and a couple of my homies who I could convince to come help me move. And I remember I did not want to pay Worm that $100 when I was done because, man, he was so mad the whole time. Every time we moved something, boy, Shout out to H, like the kid that works for me, works still to this day. He was with us, and it was the first time he had met Worm. And I remember Ace was like, "Oh shit, Worm. It's fucking Worm." You know what I mean? So to the normal, the kid that loves Nashville hip hop, he's just like, "Fuck, dude, Worm's helping you move, right?" I'm like, "Worm's the homie." You know what I mean? But bro, 30 minutes in, and Worm was like, "God damn, Squints, you got the heaviest fucking shit on the fucking planet, bro."
He's a complainer, dog.
No wonder you asked me to fucking move this shit. Where the fuck's everybody else at? Goddamn.
Listen to me. Worm helped me lay a floor in a storefront studio I had for a couple years. Him and his buddy laid that floor in there. Took them all of 2 hours, right? Bro, he complained the whole time.
Same thing, man.
And he never let me forget it, dog. Never. Anytime he could slide in what he did for me that one time, hey, to the point where I was like, God damn, man, how many times are you going to mention this fucking floor?
Right.
It was so special.
Like, bro, you're supposed to. You're here to help me move, bro. That's what I asked you to come help me do. You pushed back on me, so I told you I'd pay you, and you're still over here like mad at me. I'm asking you to move. I'm so confused. And then I had to pay him because he was fucking mad.
So temperamental. He's just like at the flip.
R.I.P.
Flip on anything.
It didn't take a lot.
It did not.
It didn't.
But it was always great. It was always funny as fuck, bro.
No, it was a good sport, but I mean, he would literally just flip on anybody.
It was great because like even when he was snapping, like there would be some kind of humor in it.
Yeah, always like a little spin or a little joke or a little
no matter how aggressive
something.
He was being,
exactly.
he was gonna slide a funny in there.
Yeah, there's definitely gonna be a funny, man, because there was never like a dull moment. Even if the room got another thing, Don, there's a picture of me and you on his Facebook. And I do this every once in a while because there's a few pictures on Worm's profile that I don't have, and I could easily go to his profile and download them and save them for myself. Yeah. But sometimes I don't know why, man. I'll go strictly to his profile and go down the Worm rabbit hole and just reminisce a little bit. But there's a picture that I come across that's on his timeline, still to this day, and it says, "Look at Squints and Don cuddling on the couch." Do you remember this picture? And all we're doing, bro, it's so funny. We're at his house in Hermitage, the same spot, and me and you are sitting on. You remember the big gray couch, right? Yeah. We're sitting on the couch, and all we're doing, I swear to God, all we're doing is sitting side by side. We're literally shoulder to shoulder. Granted, he had a sectional couch, a very large couch. We could have been separated a little bit more, but we're watching one phone. Yeah, that's it. We're like this, and you're sitting next to me, and I'm showing you something on the phone, and we're both just grinning ear to ear, whatever we're watching. Cuddling. And we didn't know he posted it, and he posted a picture of me and Don, and he tagged us in it. Squint615 Don Green cuddling on my couch, and it's still on his page to this day. And I
gotta go look at that.
It's so funny, and he's like in the remember the kitchen where it would walk out. He'd stand in that doorway and smoke cigarettes. And the dog sitting up there with us, it's classic, bro. But when I saw that, it's like all the pictures I would normally go there to see, it's almost like that one is just as important, not because it's just an old school pic of me and Don, but the fact that Wizzle took it and threw that little fucking smart ass shit.
Yeah. You didn't want to make a mistake around Worm. He would roast you in a minute.
For sure.
For pure entertainment. I don't even think he liked it. He would just roast people. For
the funniest thing with Worm I love how we're talking about Worm for a little bit. The thumb. So when Worm would sit around,
suck on his thumb,
right?
Yeah,
he have it like this, right? He said, "Bro, you know what my cellies used to make me do, right?" He said, "Bro, if they'd walk in, bro, and they were so strict on me, I'd just be standing there, I'd be trying to hide it like I'm biting my nail or something." He was totally open about it, like he didn't give a fuck what anybody thought about it. He just, he'd just stand there, like right there on that thumb. But he said, bro, I'd walk in, my cellies catch me, or they'd walk in on me and catch me, bro. They'd literally say, "Whiz!" He said they would make him take his thumb and touch the bottom of their shoe and put his thumb back in his mouth.
What?
Swear to God, he told me that. I swear to God, Wizzle said that.
You just making shit up at this point.
Why would I make that up? What do I gain from that? Wizzle literally told me.
You had a lot of fireballs.
Fuck that. Wizzle slapped his foot up on the ground and on the table and everything and be like, bro, they'd be like, go on, touch it up, bro.
Maybe
don't touch it every time. I swear to God, dude.
He did make some
He said, first thing I did when I got home,
He
Plug
did
that motherfucker right back up.
He sucked the hell out of his thumb.
I swear.
And he was goddamn sweaty palms. Like, dude's palms will sweat for no reason. Bro.
For
he
nothing.
be
Sitting on the couch flipping the channel.
Yeah, fucking hand soaking wet.
Hands you the remote and just slip out.
Anytime you do this with him, you need a towel.
God, dude. Or you pass you a mic. We'd be doing something and you get his mic.
Fucking slip out of your hand.
I feel so bad for people who never been around Worm.
Yeah, it's
No,
unfortunate,
That
man.
is so entertaining.
It was an experience.
Club Anthem.
Okay.
Which one's Anthem?
The one you sent me a clip of.
Okay.
You sent me a clip of me. It was Jelly Roll, Biggest Loser album release party.
Okay.
And Worm was there, and Worm was in rare form. Don, that night, he was wearing the Lex Made the Piece, big square piece. He's in a tank top.
We shook it.
We did definitely shake it that night. That was a lot of fun.
Wait. Was that the fight?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But JoeRilla has drops of every one of us to the side of the show. Have you ever seen yours, Don?
Do you know who that guy was
In that fight?
Yeah.
No, I literally saw that clip, though,
He was
recently.
from Florida.
Somebody posted that clip recently.
You want to know?
I know exactly what clip you're talking about. I remember Worm climbed. Worm was performing, and he climbed all the way around the fucking stage and jumped Jimmy Snuka off the fucking stage.
I'm so sorry. Okay, so it was packed, right?
Yeah,
Packed.
And
Don was there. I have pictures with him that
yeah,
night.
Everybody's there, right? And he was wearing the piece, right? So this dude came from Florida.
Okay.
I don't know if he was cutting features with Jelly,
Yeah.
and Jelly didn't meet up with him or something. He was there like to meet Worm. He was there to meet somebody.
Okay.
It was just this Florida white dude.
And he had access because he's on the stage. He's like backstage to the side.
So by then, this dude is lit because Jelly goes on at the end.
Yes.
Right,
And
right.
it's
completely lit. So
Club is totally
I'm standing there. I've never told anyone.
Tell
I'm
me.
standing there on the wall, right? Worm grabs a mic, goes on stage. Jelly goes on the stage. We're all happy.
Yeah.
The guy is so lit. He comes over to me and starts going, I just wanted to just, and I was like, yeah, okay. And he goes, I want to meet Jelly Roll. And I go, there's Jelly Roll. And I point to Jelly on stage. And the guy takes off.
Beeline.
Yeah. And hits Worm's girl.
Danielle.
Yeah.
Knocks her over, right?
Game over.
Security sees the guy, push her out of the way, and they just tear him up.
And like I said, Worm.
I think Joey landed that punch.
Correct.
Joey landed that punch.
But the guy was mumbling, I'm from Jelly Roll. So I said, yeah, it's like that's I didn't know the guy. That's Jelly Roll right there. And I pointed on stage and the guy just took off.
I remember though, Worm was like near Jelly on stage.
And then he was climbing over.
And he was
people.
climbing couches because then he got word that it was Danielle that somebody bumped into.
And then security just
You literally it gets erupt and then it calms down. And that's when you see Worm making his way around. Everything's calming back down. And then literally you see Worm, like top turnbuckle, jump off the side of a couch down on dude. And dude's like at the bottom of the steps at the side of Anthem. It's all online. You can Google this. It's on YouTube.
He didn't know who it was.
He didn't care. He didn't give a fuck.
So I don't know if I triggered the guy by saying there's Jelly Roll right there because he just took off after.
I just remember
if you watch it and you look in the back, you watch it several times, you'll see me and that dude sitting there talking. He's sitting there just doing this. And I'm just like, he said something about Jelly Roll. There's Jelly Roll right there. And the guy just takes off running.
Wow.
And
yeah,
then
I have to run that back. I literally saw somebody post this footage not too long ago. It just says, and I remember the lights coming on. Jelly says, don't do this show like that. Don't do this show like that. I remember all that shit. I was there. I don't know where I was during that.
This was towards the end, right? This was when Jelly was
Yeah,
performing.
Jelly was finally on stage.
I was already in the car.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I was already in the car, and then I seen Danielle and everybody come out, like mobbing out and going to the cars and shit. I got out of the car, and they was like, that's when they told me what happened.
Yeah.
It was
They
crazy.
told me what happened. Then the next day, I seen it on Facebook, and I was like, oh, right.
Right. And then the show that Lex performed with Worm at O.N.E's birthday bash.
Yeah, that was a dope.
That
set.
was one of the dopest sets
Yeah.
ever caught on film for my guy Lex and Wizzle. Like when we're talking on Wizzle,
Shook
I guess.
that one too. Yeah.
Y'all shook the fuck out of that one. I'm on stage
Bro,
for that.
anytime me and Worm did a set together,
It was pandemonium.
we shook it.
It was really pandemonium though, because like we would get up there like prior, and our set would pretty much lead into Worm's set. That's just kind of how Show Improve worked at the time.
Yeah,
Luckily,
that's right. That's right.
right? And I remember like the stage would be like sort of sprinkled with people, right? But as soon as Worms time was on, bro, it would be lit. Like we would work the stage. That was something we took pride in, like as Show and Prove. We would work the stage, even as a group or individual, back and forth. There we'd go. We're talking to everybody front 3 rows, trying to interact, etc. But when Worm would take the stage, especially if Don was there, these motherfuckers would get curled in to where they're there, shoulder to shoulder, front and center on the stage, and the stage is mobbed up. Everybody up that bitch. Everybody in there pushing, having a good time. Like, literally.
Do you remember at the Rutledge, the old guy who ran the mixer?
Frank. Shout out Frank.
Frank. Remember, he would flip when y'all would perform.
But
Too many people.
one of the biggest Show and Prove fans ever. He loved Show and Prove. He made sure our mics were right. He never gave us shit. It was everybody before, after, or in between that he would fuck with.
Yeah.
But Frank always took care of us,
It was one of the nights where it was a big fight. Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
Jelly Roll
But there was like
performed.
100 people on stage. And I remember there was a night where Rehab dropped a mic and Frank flipped the fuck out.
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
he would lose. You could hear him screaming in the background.
Bro, he'd get so mad. He'd get mad because I had a bad habit of this. I'd like the mic like Joe's using. I'd hold it like this because
That's not good.
You can't grab condensers like that.
Yeah, but I would because I thought it looked cool. Yeah. I was a dope rapper. Fuck everybody.
I
Lex
was
don't
waiting
think
for
I
you to
was.
start dancing. How come you
I-
didn't dance on stage?
All y'all hate what you want. But every time I would dance, what I was telling y'all about, it was literally chasing a check. I've always been broke, so every opportunity I would have to make a little cash, I would do whatever I needed to do, like
dancing
from a performance standpoint.
No, I get it.
Dude, I can dance.
No, you
Say something, Don. I know you want to say something
Don't
smart
say
ass, you
don't say
motherfucker.
it, Don. That's your
Nah, he
partner.
wants to say
That's
something.
your partner. Don't
Nah,
say
dude.
that.
Nah.
I just want to see footage.
I wish there was. It was before that, bro.
Before, wow.
It was literally. I mean, everybody had cell phones, barely like razors. You know what I'm saying? Like it was brand new. Cameras was probably brand new at this time.
It
I
was
graduated the year 2000. It was probably like
God.
99
Really?
to 04,
You
right in that
graduated 2000?
age. Before I had any kids, my first kid came out of Silverados because my ass was out there line dancing, baby. That's right. I met my baby mama doing a line dance.
Boogie.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I said, "Hey, I know you."
Yeah.
And that's how it started.
And then
Yes.
Billy Ray Cyrus came on and y'all got down.
Yep.
Did you dance?
It was yeah. I mean, I met her literally on the dance floor doing like a solo dance that you could do with a partner or solo. It's called the shot.
You got a baby out of that.
Yes, I did. A beautiful one. That's 17.
Shout out.
That's about to be 17.
We love her.
Yeah. Kamora Desiree. You saw her at the Rutledge when she was like 3 or 4 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Now she's grown.
That's crazy.
She has a job, a car, boyfriend.
Great.
Thunderstorms here.
Thunderstorms are here. Don's got to go. He's going to melt.
I don't drive in the rain.
Yeah, you can stay here as
Shout out
long
to
as you
Paul
want. I'm
Wall.
going live at 9 o'clock. That's a fact.
I go sleep.
Swinging in the
Sundays at
rain.
9 o'clock.
I was
Split
just about to
615.
say, y'all, I'm super fucking tired. And then
You're-
I heard that thunder.
You're way out the frame.
It like triggers something.
There you go,
Thunder
Don.
roll.
Now I can see you get that.
Yeah,
Did you see
Thunder
Billy Ray
rolls,
You know Billy Ray Cyrus, they were
and the lightning strikes.
they were from
Shout
same,
out to
same they were from Spring Hill. Spring Hill. We used to see Billy Ray at Sonic.
Billy Ray?
Yep. They're from Thompson Station. They had a farm up there.
On out of control.
Dun, dun, dun.
Deep in her heart.
I wish you would dance instead of
Thunder roll.
That was an intense
That's
song.
so terrible.
Fuck you, dude. I'm the best vocalist at this table.
That was,
I don't hear you doing nothing.
I'm not,
JoeRilla drums.
Not
You
a-
ain't done nothing but talk shit.
I'm not a country rapper.
God damn
I'm
it.
not a country rapper.
Joe, we're about to turn up on you to a level that you probably can't
I'm
even
not
manage.
about to turn up at all. I'm sleeping.
I'm not, dude. I'm not.
I
I'm
feel it. I am
fuck all that shit, dude. The fact is, Joe, there was a moment in this podcast tonight though where Joe said, It's moving kind of fast, guys. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, that was true. Now I'm like,
I am
half
kind of
sleep.
confused. Yeah, yeah.
We slowed down to JoeRilla fucking mode now,
Yeah,
to where he can understand and comprehend how we do things here.
Y'all stop with all the little inside
Yeah,
dings and dongs, so that
like I got.
That's just me
fucking-
and Lex, man.
yeah,
No, I seriously, I got
Chad's good at
tired
that,
or
too.
something.
It's cool.
he's sleepy.
Yeah.
It's a long episode.
He's so
JoeRilla.
sleepy.
Shout
I'm
out to
also-
JoeRilla.
I'm also really old, and I stayed up really
I'm older.
late.
No, I'm older.
You are.
How
I am
old
the
are you?
oldest.
How old are you?
I turned 44 this year.
Shout out, Joe. You look fucking 33.
30. Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
I'm 40.
44. Really? Yeah, I remember that.
I just turned 40.
You look younger since you shaved the beard off.
Yeah. You think?
Yeah, Joe
Yeah,
used to
definitely.
have
I was the first one in Nashville that
kept,
kept,
talk your shit,
kept
Joe.
the beard.
Talk your shit, Joe.
I kept the beard. Yeah. Damn.
Damn,
Oh,
Garth.
goodness gracious.
Fuck.
Yeah, so I made the beard. Yellow Wolf actually called me the bearded JoeRilla when I made him do a drop.
That's dope.
forced Yellow Wolf to do a JoeRilla drop,
Yeah.
and he was so angry.
That's the drop you need for this.
I need yellow.
Yeah,
I need Yellow Wolf.
You need to rip that audio.
please do.
Or give me the JoeRilla Yellow Wolf drop. That'd be dope. Because
I
we
can do
do,
that.
Joe, your name comes up here so often, man.
It needs
Like,
to come up more.
Look, no,
A lot. More.
pause. But we're all fans of JoeRilla. Like, real talk, bro. Like, everyone here other than Leroy, and the only reason Leroy is exempt from this, but he's only 12 years old, but he recognizes, I promise you, if he ever has the opportunity to cross paths with you, and we don't even, like, set it up,
Yeah.
and he just comes across JoeRilla and shakes your hand, he's going to immediately be like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
I promise you. Because that's one thing we do have influence on when it comes to Leroy Biggs. He's hard-headed as fuck, but when it comes to, like, things he needs to know and be aware of, damn, he definitely would recognize JoeRilla.
Yeah, he says what's up when I watch his lives. He'll be on a live and he'll be like, "Yo, JoeRilla, what up? We need to link up." Blah blah blah.
He's a good kid. He's really talented.
seems like it.
He's a great kid, and he you know, shout out to Leroy Biggs, man. He's appreciated.
Yeah, I'm
That's
not.
my guy.
Like I said, I'm not a big fan of the country
rap.
thing.
I get it. I totally get it.
Not country rap. The fact that
It's
the
so
fact
relevant.
that the old rappers are now doing country rap. That's what I'm not a fan of.
It's almost like if you failed as a rapper, come to country rap.
right. But I mean,
It's like they take advantage of that.
I just appreciated the hustle of the. I mean, I don't like the evolution very much.
I get it.
If
I
you
totally
look at
get
a
it.
picture of me in high school, it looks just like I look
In a mink coat.
Right.
You're right, in the mink.
Italian collection.
Right.
He has a mink coat. It's one of the first pictures I've ever seen
I
of
miss
JoeRilla.
Italian collection.
Like, youngest ones, he's in a mink coat, a full mink.
Yeah,
a stack full of cash.
I had 3 out of gray, black, and a brown.
Talk your shit.
He probably still has them.
I got rid of them.
But when you talk about evolvement and evolution, how you're
Fun
not
fact,
really.
Uh-oh.
the blue leather jacket with the fur on the inside
Yes.
that I wore on the Top Dollar
I
Philosophy
know what you're talking
color
about. Yes.
Of cover from Italian Collection. I still have that jacket.
No.
Ooh, damn. The NFT that bitch.
I still have that
JoeRilla
jacket.
can help you with NFTs.
I could definitely help with that.
You gotta show me about all that because I don't know.
JoeRilla
know
is
nothing
the
of it.
gatekeeper, Don. I'm telling you what. When it comes to Lex TopDollar as a brand, anything that
Don't
you would,
nobody like me, man.
you're full of shit. I told you about this last episode and last night live for the world to hear. You are very, very popular when it comes to Nashville hip hop, and people.
The 3-6 album, most known unknowns. That title,
Yeah.
that's me. Most
Say
known
what you
unknown,
want. I don't care. You limit yourself on creativity, which limits the consumer of boasting about how talented you are.
Extremely talented. I'm not like I said, I'm not a hardcore fan of Lex,
And that's what I love about JoeRilla
but I
being here.
respect the hustle. Dude
Yeah.
is definitely
Thank
like
you.
And he
there's-
recognizes the talent.
there
level.
is no Nashville hip hop without. If you take Lex TopDollar out of it, like
Or Top
Lit-
Dollar as a whole.
Top Dollar.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know the other. I mean, I'm just saying. like,
Bravo Gator.
that was that guy. It's a very important foundation. It's a leg on the chair of Nashville hip hop, and it won't be written any other different.
Like if you look back in history, like you look back at like the Pistols and the Cool Dated Fresh.
There's
and-
relatively
in the EMAC, and then you get the
There's
stack.
time- yes.
You get the stack,
Yes.
and then immediately following the stack
there's
wave,
a Top Dollar
you
stamp.
had the Top
Yes.
Dollar wave.
You
and
are
then-
a bullet point on
Yeah.
Nashville hip hop's timeline for sure.
There you go.
You
JoeRilla?
you ushered in the new wave of rappers.
Joe.
Congratulations.
And
The singy rappers.
as argument,
Well, nobody did what you did. That's
Exactly.
The problem. It's like you
Lex is quick to tell you he's
Lex
one of
is-
the first to ever do it how he did it, and
Right.
how he continues to do it successfully, like and like admirably. Like people like admire
I
Lex
think
when he's
it's cool.
vocal.
So like back in the day, I got shit for it, right? No,
But
I'm
now
sure
it's
you
the
did.
formula.
I'm sure you did because it
I
was
got,
weird.
I got,
Yes.
yeah, I got
Back then, I was saying.
Back in the days,
when I was young. I'm not anyway.
kid anymore.
Is that a song he did?
But I
Yes.
got, I got shit for
Not
it.
he did, but it's a
I got,
credible song.
I got. People hated on me for it.
I don't like the singing dude. Like you, I get it, Lex. I give it to
Who's the girl on the song? Motherfucker,
Right.
that's me.
the guy that's
Yeah, I was shocked when I heard that high pitched voice. I was
Yeah.
like, "Who? That's him?" And I was like,
And-
"That's how he raps."
Like anytime we went to labels, like we went to like Sony, there was like it's just not, it's not performable. You can't perform it, right? That's what they would tell me. They would like Bobby, but me, there was like I just don't see how
fun
it's gonna
fact.
work.
He could perform it.
he could.
Yeah, Don
So
was
none of that
capable.
is like.
But it's just
Yes, it
none of
was
that's
studio.
auto-tune?
Yes, of course. But it's, before you say anything, anyone that ever saw Top Dollar perform, Top Dollar, before Lex was incarcerated for a number of years, we'll leave it at that. But if you ever caught you on stage prior to that, you held those fucking records down, bro. It wasn't like a total fucking disappointment when Lex's verses came on due to those like studio effects.
Well, bro, there wasn't auto-tune.
Boom.
That's true.
So you had to do it.
It was there. There were filters. There was
reverb and shit.
That's it.
But there was no pitch correction.
Exactly.
back
No
then.
pitch correction. All that shit was 100% authentic. Just duplicated, ad-libbed, whatever. But auto-tune wasn't a thing then.
No.
And Don could hold that shit. I saw it
I
with
just
my
think-
own eyes twice before you went to jail, bro.
I just think it's ironic that they gave me so much hell for it back then, but
And
now
now
that's all they do.
It's sought after like crazy.
Yeah, it's all they do now.
For sure.
I don't know. I don't think it was that. It's just you're just talented. Period.
Talented all
Thank you.
around. But
No, no problem.
like I said, if you're not a fan of Lex TopDollar vocally or any of the things he did prior with Top Dollar Boys, you migrate to the producer side of Lex TopDollar. Lex on the beat.
We
You know
used
what I
to
mean?
call it Stops Dollar because you put the
Because of
dollar
that.
sign up front.
Because of this.
So we would say Stops Dollar.
Yeah.
Stops Dollar.
That's what
That-
it was.
that's
that
one of the-
goofy, that goofy
I think-
picture that you
wait.
were talking about.
Yeah.
Bro,
There's
what
a
it looks
picture.
like, yeah.
there's
that
a
is the
picture of-
funnest fact that's came out since this started.
There's a picture. I remember the
Stop
picture.
dollar.
Stops Dollar. Right.
Stop.
That's what we'd say.
It looks
Stops
like-
Dollar. Because
bruh.
there was a picture. I was
Let's go get new tattoos.
I was telling like
Hey, Jake the tattooer
I want
just followed
these.
me.
I want these taken removed.
Shout out to
No, don't do that.
listen. Here it goes. Shout out to Jake the tattooer. I saw you recently started following me on
He's
Instagram.
he's
I'm a
the
huge
artist.
fan.
Oh,
You are
me too, but I've been blackballed, so I can't get in there.
you are an amazing artist, and I would love for you to pull up one to talk about the tattoo game and how you got into it.
Who?
Two to maybe showcase some of your talents live while we do the podcast. I'll let you hit this arm right here.
I don't think that's sanitary.
It is. Yeah, dude. Tattoos are
I worked
fully
in a
mobile.
tattoo shop
When?
after high school.
What year? Things have changed, Joe. You follow me? That's all I'm saying. Things have changed. Things evolve.
No, it does not change.
It does.
No, it does not. There's
Yes,
people that
it does.
do it.
Yes.
The homie JD would get tattooed in a garage. I would never.
Right? But chances are, if it was before 99, it was probably a crackhead doing it that had a tattoo hustle.
No, I was.
Shout out
it
to
was-
Tattoo Wayne.
Tattoo Wayne,
Who's
Tattoo
Tattoo
Jerry. Like Jerry did a ton of tattoos. I got Tattoo Jerry tattoos. My first
Who's
one
that?
was.
Where's the T-Rex?
Crackheads that would do tattoos.
I've given VCRs for tattoos.
See what I'm
in
saying?
Hotel rooms
It was a
before, for
thing,
sure.
dude, but people were mobile with that shit.
That's Nashville.
But some of the
shit too.
biggest names in entertainment now get tattoos mobile. They're not leaving the crib and going to sit in a tattoo parlor for 8 hours. They're having that tattoo artist come
That
to the
can't
crib.
be sanitary.
It is.
That cannot be
It
sanitary.
is.
You trust somebody like
Just
that?
bring
I
out
do.
a dusty ass gun.
Nah, dog. Everything's the same way.
I do understand everything is like autoclaved and sanitary.
They
when
wipe
bring
everything
it.
down the same
I
way.
get it, but it just doesn't seem like. I mean,
But
they
it
put
is,
a lot
Joe.
of prep work. The artists that I worked with, they put a lot of. And shout out to Lotus Tattoo and
Shots to Lotus.
Lotus Tattoo.
Okay.
In
In Dixon, Tennessee. Okay.
My friend Heather, she owns that shop,
Okay.
and she will literally wipe everything top to bottom.
Yeah.
For every tattoo.
Yeah.
We'll wrap everything. You're not allowed to go back there.
Jake, please pull up and
And
teach
if-
us how
If
sanitary
you
this
ask
process
her
can
to
be.
do a tattoo out of that shop, she will tell you
No.
to fuck off.
Great. That's great. I love it. I'm totally with it. You may be more right than me. I'm not sure. But I'm sure
I just
that
don't think it's
dope ass tattoo.
sanitary.
And
No.
it may not be. But it
Squinch
may.
is down for taking chances.
I am. Jake the Tattooer, I want you on the show. Please pull the fuck
Shout
up.
out
That's
to
all I'm
Jake
getting
the
at.
Snake.
Jake,
For
don't
sure.
do it. Don't
Shout
do
out to
it.
Jake the Snake.
Jake, don't do it.
I
Keep
remember.
it clean, Jake.
Shout out to JoeRilla Drums. I remember Jake the Snake biting, having dude somebody's arm bit.
Macho Man.
Thanks. I remember that like
Macho
vividly.
Man Randy
With
Travis.
the cobra. With the cobra.
yeah.
It was
Yeah, cobra right on his
a
arm.
defanged cobra.
Yes, bit his arm in the middle of a match. Shout out to Jake the Snake Roberts.
Can I tell you the story about how I thought Lex was a midget?
Run it.
Sure. This should be interesting.
So they were doing like this. We used to in the Concrete magazine, and then I don't know if you guys did posters or two. It was orange and black, right?
Right, correct.
And and Lex was gone, and they were doing like this free Lex top down. Yeah.
Like a
And
campaign,
the picture they chose, he had his arms crossed.
I know exactly what photo you're talking about.
And it was photoshopped around the side. We thought he was a midget. When I met Lex at the Rutledge, I could not believe that
How tall he was.
Yeah,
That's where the he's so tall comment came from.
right. That's where that
Okay.
came from.
Everything's starting to make sense.
Yeah,
And
that
it was
picture horrible.
Stops Dollar.
Stop dollar.
Stop Dollar.
This because how it was cropped, like literally all you saw was this.
Shout out TopDollar.
And I couldn't close my mouth because my goddamn shit in my mouth was too big.
You were super shiny.
Shot shit in your mouth.
Super shiny. What? What?
What? You said something about shit in your mouth.
He just say? Did he say?
He did. Shit in his mouth.
Don't
he
do
said
him
that.
like that.
What?
Lex.
He
This is-
heard something and he ran with it.
I did.
Yeah.
Shout out JoeRilla drums, man.
I like Lex.
Thank
I
you
do
I
for
like.
coming.
I like. Let me tell you this, and I hope I'll become a fan of Lex's music in the future. I like him better as a person.
I appreciate
Lex is a
that.
great individual.
Yeah.
While I don't get to enjoy yourself, the way I tell literally, I say this all the time on the podcast about how genuine of a character JoeRilla Drums is, and how much of an influence he definitely has been on my life personally and this podcast. I don't tell him directly, but I promise you, Joe, I've told every fan we have of this show has heard me say how important of an influence you have been to me personally in my life.
JoeRilla is Nashville royalty as well.
You are. While we were talking about that
Did you know
timeline
that?
of Nashville
I did
hip
not know
hop,
that.
you yourself have multiple timestamps on that timeline.
Yeah, I do know.
As well as the capos.
Yes, correct. Yeah,
Right.
we're not trying to sell anybody short, but I
Yeah.
need you to recognize, aside from your personal, achievements, what you feel right talking about or bragging about or boasting about.
Yeah.
That's why Lex immediately agreed to be here tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, because JoeRilla Drums
Legendary.
to Nashville hip hop is exactly that. Legendary. You have always been a voice that has been creditable and acknowledged, recognized, appreciated, and that is no different when we've done. Yeah, right. Salute to you, man. But the first 86 episodes
Shout
to
out
get
to
you
Food
here.
Line.
Yeah, for real. Shout out Food Line Seltzer Water.
Okay.
Next time you come, we'll have you a case. I promise. But while it took so long for you to get here, I'm glad it did.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Amy about this, and I don't even know if I should say this on there, but I'm going to say it. I told Amy, I said, if anyone is proud of me, I know it's you. You have to be proud of me at this point.
Of course I am.
Right? And normally I wouldn't even be comfortable saying that, but I know JoeRilla enough to where I
Did
know.
I do well, Pop?
Right?
Did I do well?
I don't even, and the same kind of discussion goes for people like Jelly Roll and, like strong voices in this game, Capo even.
Yeah.
And Capo's told me. But at the same time, Joe told me that if I started dribbling this ball, that if I kept dribbling it, sooner or later, I'm going to slam this motherfucker home. And 86 episodes later,
Shout out to Jackie Moon.
shout out to Jackie Moon for sure. He was here earlier. But
Who?
Jackie Moon. Different
Mike
discussion.
Jones.
Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones. Who? What's his number? Lex, go.
281-330-8004.
Thanks. But that was one thing I wanted to
So
tell.
lost.
I said, I know, right? If anything came down to it, and I'm not looking for flowers or anything from Joe, but I know after knowing Joe the number of years I've known him and him being such an early influence on me as a character when it came to this podcast, without you, Joe, I promise you, we would not be sitting here 86 episodes later. I haven't even checked in. Like, me and Joe's probably talked a couple months ago prior to this, and then we talked via text. But as far as like a pep talk, I haven't seeked that from Joe. I haven't reached out and be like, man, did you get a chance? Have you seen this? Have you seen that? When we talk, it's just catching up. How's the family? Blah, blah, blah. Whatever it may be. But I'm glad it took this long to get you back here. Because shit's changed.
Yeah, shit has changed.
But
Things change.
that's right. Shout out JoeRilla. I know what you did. I know what you did right there. Y'all
know
go
what
check
you
out
did
my
last
y'all
summer.
go check out.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
shout out to that
Things
too.
change.
Y'all go check out Things Change. But Joe, while it took 86 episodes to get you here, I'm glad it did, and I'm glad that Don took time to come back and be a part of this episode. And I know Five wants to be here. I know Chad wants to be here. I know Leroy would be excited to be here if he was in town, because
I'm glad they're not here because we'd be in each other's laps.
exactly, for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
That's definite. Well, we'd move the camera way back. We'd make it work. But I just need you to know, man, what you mean to what everything we've talked about tonight. When it
absolutely.
came to Jelly Roll's success, or it comes to any of the artists
You've
we've
got a
talked
hand
about,
in a lot of shit.
you
Yeah.
definitely do. And even Lex, though, like, while you may not have even had a direct hand in any of his like business moves or stuff prior or after he came out, it doesn't matter, because he's, without saying it, you've obviously been an influence in his life.
Yeah.
You follow what I'm
Correct.
saying? And I know that the first time I had you on, I didn't know how to tell you how important you've been to me as an artist.
Don't cry.
I'm not. I've only done that once on this show.
Don't cry.
Jelly made me cry.
Don't cry.
Oh yeah, he did.
But I want the world to at least the people that watch the show. When I tell y'all how important JoeRilla has been to the culture of, you know, from hip hop in Nashville to podcasting to content creating to shooting music videos to blog writing to website building to photography.
Web3.
Right? Web3, the future. He was telling us about this prior to the episode. We'll get into that here soon.
That's like another 4 hours.
It is, but that's why we got to get off here. I got a live in 40 minutes, and I still got kids inside. But
Oh shit.
that's why I'm not trying to sell you short, bro, because it took me a long time to get you here, but yet I could talk to you for 6 more hours, and I know Don could too. This is one of the longest episodes of this podcast now.
Oh, did I win?
Episode 4.
And I didn't even scratch the surface.
And that's what I love about
Didn't
it.
even
So
get
terrible.
into
But-
your bag.
But that's why next time when you come back, we make sure Chad's here and we make sure Five's here. And we just pick up where we left off. And we touch back on the same things that we've touched on because these stories will never get old.
No,
But only you are the type of person that holds these type of stories.
I am the gatekeeper.
Yeah.
This is very
You're one of
Let me
them
tell you
for
something.
sure. Tell me.
In 2012, we toured the Gathering of the Juggalos.
Yes, with Jelly Roll, right?
Yes, yes.
Where's that footage?
Don't worry about that.
Exactly.
Don't worry about that.
He
It's
has
there.
it.
It's there. It was such a great
I'm
time.
telling you, he's got a fucking museum.
Could y'all imagine 2012 footage of gathering of? If you've ever been to a gathering, you know what this footage could contain. And the fact that it's 2012, and it's the fact that Jelly Roll was his first. He was with White at the time, correct?
Yeah, he was. Mm-mm.
Could you imagine what
No,
this
that
footage?
was before. This was his own stage. This
But-
was
okay.
Twisted. We were in a smaller tent. The next year, it was him and White. It was 2012.
That's a whole different reel
yeah,
of
he had-
footage, is what he's saying.
Yeah, he had his own stage, and they were like, "Hey, you want to go down to Gathering?" And I was like, "Yeah." And Emacs like, "I'll drive, no problem." Yeah,
yeah, keep going.
yeah. No, I don't want to. I don't want to spoil it. I want people to go watch.
Make it available, Joe.
I might make it available.
What I need from you though is
Jelly Roll. He was on mushrooms,
Oh,
Shout out to
that should
Jelly.
be fun.
right.
and
That should
I
be
need
fun.
all I want is something we ain't seen. Something.
if you went to World Star Hip Hop, we had 2 clowns.
They were fucking, wasn't they?
They were fucking in
Yeah.
the crowd. Yeah,
I remember this.
yeah. That was on World
Hold
Star
on,
Hip Hop.
what?
You heard him right. 2 clowns fucking.
Yeah, it was a 3-song.
Welcome to Gathering of the Juggalos.
In the crowd.
In the crowd.
I'm glad I missed that whole touring portion of Jelly's career.
We were.
What
probably-
the fuck
We
is going on?
You were probably. I think that was when you were locked up.
No.
No, this is
Okay.
2012.
So even if we both had invites, I'm glad we didn't take those type of opportunities. Don.
You missed. It was amazing.
I would have been on drugs for sure,
It was
but I don't
amazing.
know if I could have handled some of the shit that I've heard about or
It
seen.
seems like you probably had to be on drugs to be there.
I was sober.
He's never done drugs or alcohol.
Well, it's been a while since it.
Well, he smoked, but he's never drank alcohol in his life.
We stayed up all night.
Of course you did. Jelly's on shrimp. You're up on it.
Yep.
Shout out Jelly. Shout out JoeRilla.
Everybody had their face painted.
That's normal at Juggalos.
No, not for these dudes. These dudes, the people Jelly roll with.
Well, like white face?
Huh?
Like white faces?
Well, it was like green and like they did the
Yeah,
the
That's how they
ICP.
did it.
Oh, okay.
This was all the Molly gang guys.
Yeah.
They were all painted up.
They're all still around.
Actually,
Well,
that was
the ones that are still with us.
that
are
was
still around.
Mondo's birthday.
R.I.P. Mondo.
Mondo crowd surfed that night, front to back. A
Shout out
huge crowd.
Mondo.
It was
I bet
beautiful.
he had the fucking
It was
time of his
beautiful.
life,
It was
man.
beautiful.
R.I.P.
Jelly,
Mondo,
Jelly
man.
roll. Yeah, Jelly made sure that night we celebrated Mondo's birthday, and he sent him on a crowd surfing.
Jelly's really good
With a
about
bottle of Crown.
birthday
Yeah,
celebrations.
with a bottle of Crown, he crowd surfed all the way there. all the
Fun
way.
fact, literally
So dope.
last week or 2 weeks ago.
Has Jamie seen that footage?
I don't think she is.
See, come on, Joe.
Joe.
Help us out, man. We need something to learn. We need a
Joe.
Mondo stuff. Anything that you can make somebody's day with.
I think Jerry G was there.
Shout out Jerry. I'm sure he was. It was probably the same structure that's still around Jelly to this day.
Yes, but imagine all these guys just blitzed out of their minds
Yeah.
on mushrooms with face paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love all them guys.
Yeah. So we were at the Tech 9 show, right? Tech 9 just got off stage. And there were some other naked people in the crowd. I was filming them.
Just some more naked people.
Just more. It was just naked chicks, and she was just like, everyone was just so. And then I heard Jelly screaming my name. And Jerry G was screaming my name. They were like, JoeRilla, JoeRilla, come here, come here. So I thought it was a fight.
No, you ran over there, and that's when the people were fucking.
Right. I ran over there and hit the camera, and I was like trying to see what's going on.
I've seen some of this footage.
Yeah, and I'm filming, and I turn the light on, and there's just like a threesome, a clown threesome.
I remember this. It's like there's like a gate right there,
She's
like a
on
fence.
the gate.
Yes,
the wife,
I remember this.
The wife is helping up the other chick.
Yep.
And the husband is trying, and they're just like helping. And Jelly Roll's sitting there going, WorldStarHipHop.com, JellyRoll615.com. The whole time he's so excited.
Yeah, JellyRoll615.com. If you ever heard Jelly say that, that's who was running that website back there.
Yeah.
Joe's sitting on some gold.
He really is, man.
He's sitting on some
Help
gold.
us out, Joe.
Do you want some? I'll give you some gold.
Yeah, whoever. I know Lex and myself would appreciate some worm footage. I know Sis and Jelly would probably appreciate any Mondo footage you may have, or Chisel, or anybody else we don't have.
I got one of Bailey's birthdays.
See what I'm saying? Like some of that stuff now, it's at a point now where it's just timeless. Like and
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I hate that I got to cut this off. I really do. We've been 2+ hours with JoeRilla, and I know we could do 6 more, but you got to come back. You have to.
Oh my god!
But when you come back, it's got to be with Chad and
I want to go sit down at your spot.
Yeah, Joe's got the spot. Can we come? Yeah, can we go to Spring Hill and just go over some shit?
Yeah, we should.
Can we each leave with like? Can you give us each a gift when we leave?
Can I get? I'll take an NPC.
You want an NPC?
He wants an NPC. I want some shoes.
60. I got the 60, the XL, the XL 200.
Flex.
Yeah. We used to have the 4000 at JD's studio.
See, I don't care about the 4. I like the old shit.
Shannon Sanders has the
Shout out Shannon
30.
Sanders.
He has
God,
the 30 in his studio.
I would love to
every
get
time I go in
Grammy
there, I try to
award-winning
buy it from him.
Shannon Sanders on my show. I would love for him to be
That's
here.
so dope.
Yeah. And he's just sitting there in the back closet. And I keep telling him,
I think I've reached out to him. I know Shannon Sanders. I do know. I
Yeah.
do know him. If I haven't reached out, I need to. But I'm pretty sure I have.
if I can get a hold of an ASR keyboard, 10.
I bet Dev's got one in the closet.
Shout out DJ Dev.
Yeah.
Shout
What
out.
happened to Dev?
Oh no.
I want to know what happened. That whole compound behind TSC.
Sonny could tell us.
Fun fact,
The last,
behind TSC,
the compound.
they were renovating it,
When?
getting ready to rent it out about a month ago. I just happened to be at TSC, and I said, I'm going to drive around here. And when I did, they were fucking renovating it. Whoever owns it, I don't know if he owns it, but it's a young dude. He came out, and I was like, what's going on? I said, is this going to be available to rent? He was like, yeah, absolutely. I was like,
Is everything still in it?
I said, no. I said, but I mean, the rooms are still there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I said, can I rent it? He was like, what do you do? I was like, a lot. I was like, can I rent it?
You didn't tell him studio, did you?
No.
Okay.
I said, can I rent it? And he treated me like I was a hobo.
Trash. Get
You
out.
know why?
He treated me like I was a hobo.
Probably because there was the same owner from when Michael Knight had it.
Oh, God.
Michael Knight, let me tell you this real quick. About 6 years ago, Michael Knight had you remember Michael Knight? Do you know this guy? He had the dirt.
I don't know him, but I know him.
Okay, so he had that compound after
Sonny.
right. So later on, they had that, and he had the studio in there. He still had Dev in there, I think. He had merch room, all this room. Anyway, I had linked up with Jason Hervey from Wonder Years, right?
Okay.
And I was trying to pitch this TV show of Michael Knight to him.
Okay.
So we had taken a meeting down there, and Michael Knight had the whole compound. He had the buses and the vans and all that. We were trying to pitch that TV show to him. And that was the last time I had seen them down there at that compound.
Yeah, I've never had the pleasure of meeting Michael Knight. I don't know none. I know of him, but I've never.
I will say, whoever the young dude was I talked to about renting the old Street Flavor building, he really rubbed me the wrong way because he treated me like a hobo.
It's
He
probably
fucked up.
because
he probably just didn't recognize the bag. Man.
No, I was in. I mean, so I only put real clothes on, a couple times a month. So when he seen me, I was in work clothes.
That's probably it.
I was in an old work truck.
Yeah.
Like he probably
That's
was
what it
like
was. Profiling.
He ain't got no money.
work done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worky Don.
The work done.
Yeah, he was probably like, this dude ain't got no goddamn money. Talking about renting this place. But I'm the type of renter I would pay you the year in advance. You know what I mean? So there's no question. But I hate when people do me like that.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Car lights do me that way.
They're probably Michael Knight had that place jumping
Yeah.
with just random like an army of guys.
Yeah.
He had a compound of people.
Yup.
How about that Vice shit? They said it was like paying people with how many CDs they sell. They get paid commission off that, and giving them a place to live and shit, keeping them off the street. Some shit. It was
He did.
It was the same Vice episode that Jelly was on.
Yeah, I met him through EMAC.
Shout out Emac.
Shout out to E.
EMAC, yeah, introduced me to Michael Knight and all them. Actually, Jelly Roll, not Jelly Roll, City Paper.
Shout out
We
to
did-
Paper.
we did that
He's
little
been
stint.
through. He
Yup.
came through for the
Did he?
episode. Yeah,
Paper?
I got him and Fate Eastwood on the same episode.
Wow.
Right, we've had Fate on twice, but Fate
That's
came back
legendary.
through with Paper. Me, Paper, Fate, and Chad.
We shot the little Bo Tough video.
Shout out Lil Bo Tough.
Little Bo Tough.
That's dope, man.
City Paper. He left me out in North Nashville by myself with about
Oh,
800 people.
God damn it. Paper.
800 people.
That's the
It
stories
was
of
me,
JoeRilla.
him, and EMAC went to North Nashville. We shot the Bo Tough video, right?
Yeah.
Literally 800 people in the street on 40 block,
Yeah.
right? I look up. EMAC says I'm going to go.
He's filming shit and
I'm
fucking
filming.
Paper's
I'm
gone.
filming. Yeah, I look up. EMAC's gone.
And everybody wants to be on Joe's camera.
Grenade strap. I was like, yo, where'd Paper go? He's like,
God.
he left.
He's gone. Joe's
So
like,
I'm just sitting there in the middle of
Filming
North
everybody.
Nashville.
Filming.
Look at the video. If you look at the video of Bo Tough, you see how packed it was. And I'm just standing there by them. I'm just like, okay. I could.
the stories
Should
of
I
Joe
leave
Rilla.
now? He was like, you're good. I'm super good. So I go to get in the Cadillac. They're all shooting dice in front of the Cadillac. And I'm just like,
Can you guys move?
excuse me, sir.
Jesus Christ.
But they were
Yeah.
super
I'm
nice.
really hungry and I
Super
need to
nice.
go.
Yeah.
So,
Nah, I had food in the car.
Shout out to Joe Rilla. Like we said, part of an ambassador of this shit.
Legendary.
We could go on and on. Dude, literally close to like 2 hours, 20 minutes, literally by far the longest episode of I Got Some Shit to Say since we restarted without Joe Rilla.
and
Than the
he
first
hasn't
two
even
episodes.
scratched the surface.
We haven't, and we
No,
could
I
keep
haven't-
going.
I haven't even touched on how I got here.
Right?
Anything.
Right?
It doesn't, bruh.
I haven't touched on a capo.
Well, we can take a break and
Concrete
come back or
magazine.
something, but I gotta stop. for
No,
a
no,
minute.
no. I'll come back.
Yeah, I want you to come back. I really do because
haven't heard it.
the attention span of our podcast listeners, they're lengthy. They make it to the end, but I don't know how they're going to do with 2.5 hours. I really don't. I'm anxious to see, but we'll be able to see in about a month
How
based
long
off
you got right
analytics.
now?
About 2 hours and 24 minutes. And it's easy. Like, we're just sitting here having a conversation. The only thing that concerns me is my kids are inside. It's past Hartley's bedtime, and I got a live.
And it's storming.
I have a live
the
in
thunder
33 minutes, and we can just keep talking. You know what I mean? Like, this is how
And
it
the
goes.
lightning strikes. you
Yeah,
know?
by
wanna
far.
see him dance.
I may dance for y'all. Shout out. I'm about to end this podcast.
Don't.
I got to. Shout out to JoeRilla Drums for pulling the fuck up finally and blessing us with our presence for 2+ hours.
I didn't even get any good stories. Off.
You don't. So now you have obligations to come back and share them with my buddy Chad or Five or whoever else next time or we can do another one after this,
You
but I
need
have to
fucking
take
Chad
a break.
Arms interview.
Huh?
You need an
Yeah,
interview.
dude, he's
What
in
is
Spring
that?
Hill. He's reached
He
out.
said,
He-
what is that?
What is that?
check out
Is that the
ChadArmesTV.
one? Is that the one where he sits
He's
there?
off camera and he's
Yeah.
just asking you. Yeah.
Like he Vlad TVs you.
Yes.
Does he?
Yes.
Does he know anything about me to do that?
That's where you would have to come in and teach us.
No, listen to me.
I can't. I have to end this episode.
All right.
I have to. Like, you don't understand. I never do this. I would let it go all night, but I have to fucking go check on my kids and take time to put one of them to bed. Have to.
All right.
I love everybody watching. Love everybody listening. I'm sorry to sell this short on a 2.5 hour episode, but that never
JoeRilla
happened.
does-
Wait, hold on, real quick.
See what I mean?
I'm sorry. What will you guys name this episode? You guys are always doing
Uh,
cool ass.
well-
with us.
Probably that.
What is that?
With us.
Yeah, flock with us. Is that cool?
That's cool.
Episode 86, featuring JoeRilla.
I didn't
Flock
even
with us.
I didn't even get into staple stuff.
Never got into anything.
That's what happens,
We didn't
dude.
even get in the web.
That's
Web3.
dude.
We didn't
That's
even
why
get
the
to crypto.
first episode was 3 hours, and we talk about. I told y'all, it turns into random conversation. It literally does because JoeRilla is that kind of fucking character. You can talk about anything and everything as long as you have a relative conversation. Like it's just gonna keep going. And with the help of Lex, we're like this. We're all over the place. We've touched on so much shit.
Hey. You might want to end it.
Exactly. Let's get the fuck out of here. Shout out JoeRillaDrums.com. Please check them out. JoeRilla.com. Without a doubt. For sure. Standing ovation. LexTopDollar.com. I got some shit to say.com. Shout out ChadArmesTV. Pre-orders right now, July 15th. Dedicated.
I didn't even get to tell stories.
We out.
Oh my god.
Bow!
I didn't even get.
Bitch, we got views.